Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 8 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 7 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 6 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 5 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 4 minutes. broadcast will begin in 3 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 2 minutes. Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 1 minute. Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 30 seconds. Your Fremont Moo broadcast will begin in 15 seconds.
Fremont Moo baseball is on the air.
Next pitch, swung on and pulled to the right side, base hit. So Christian Hobbs turns on one and singles to right and gives the Moo their first hit of the ballgame. Here's the line and the 1-1 from Vasquez. Swung on and grounded to short, might be two. Cabazon will get it to Bill on a waiver for one. Relay to first in time for a double play. The pitch. And that got to the backstop. Sweet's coming home. He's going to try to score, and he does, and the Moo win it.
This presentation of Fremont Moo Baseball is brought to you by the Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Inspro Insurance, Your Fremont Hy-Vee, La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, WC Plumbing, Heating and Excavating, Christensen Lumber, the LA Fireproof Door Company, Extreme Outdoor Power, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Methodist Fremont Health, Indra Mowing and Tree Care, S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse, Keel's Barbershop, the Nebraska Lottery, Fremont Electric, Coors Light, Yetchman's Heating and Air Conditioning, and Allo Communications.
Next pitch. Swale swings, hits this ball in the air, left center field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit. Walking home is Palmer. Swales around first. He's on his way towards second, slides in there. Safe. RBI double by Ben Swales, and it's a 5-0 Fremont Moo lead. 0-1. Swung on and hit in the air. Left center field. This is hit well into the gap, and it is going to be back, and it is going to be over the fence, gone for a home run. Timing long. A 3-run home run to left center field, and the Moo extend the lead. It is now 5-1. Nichols winds. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the ball game. Trey Nichols battles through it, gets 2 strikeouts, and retires the Prospects in order in the ninth. 3 up and 3 down, and the Cow jumps over the moon as the Fremont Moo defeats the Nebraska Prospects. The final score, 3-2.
Now let's head to the field, and with the call of the game, here's Rich Wright.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome to historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska, as we get set for the final game of this three-game series between the Fremont Moo and the Nebraska Prospects in Independence League Baseball Association action. Great to have you along here tonight, as last night was a hot ball game. It was a long contest. It was a frustrating one for both pitching staffs, as both teams had trouble finding the strike zone, and it turned out to be an exciting ball game at the end, where the Nebraska Prospects held on to ward off the Moo from coming back for the victory, as the Prospects won it by a final score of 12-10. It was 12 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors for the Prospects. The Moo had 10 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors, as the Prospects had 5 pitchers pitch in the ball game, and it was Jake Williams who picked up the win. He worked just 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 2 earned runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. And Truett Luth was able to keep the Moo from getting the game tied up in the 9th inning. He got the save, pitched just that 1 inning and gave up 2 hits, an unearned run, and he struck out 1 in the contest. The Prospects were led offensively by Caden Young, going 1 for 5 with an RBI. Britton Bond, 2 for 5 with 3 runs knocked in. Trey Mungen was 1 for 5 with an RBI, and Danny Spongberg had 5 plate appearances and walked 5 times and brought in 2 runs out of those 5 walks. And the Prospects picked up their 10th straight victory of the season to improve to 16-3, 2-0 in the second half of the Independence Baseball League. For the Fremont Moo, they are trying to snap their struggles right now. They have dropped 3 straight, going back to the final game of the first half against the Badlands Big Sticks, and then falling in the first 2 games of this series to the Prospects. And for the first time this year, the Moo have dropped a home series, and for the first time this season, they have a 3-game losing streak. So for the Moo, they're hoping that they can change their fate coming up here tonight and salvage the final game of this series, getting ready for the weekend series with the Oahe Zap that'll be coming up next. After this one for the Nebraska Prospects, they're off until Monday, and they will resume play, and they'll be taking on they'll be back in more action coming up on Monday when they return to play. But the Moo right now sits at 17-9 on the season and 0-2 in the second half. The Prospects, when they're back in action on Monday, they'll be in Pierre taking on the Oahe Zap. So we're looking forward to the final game of this series here tonight. And pitching wise, the Prospects are going to send out on the mound Charlie Mosser, a 6'1", 200-pound left-hander from Hutchinson Community College, a sophomore from Lincoln. And the Moo will start Cole Hupke, a 6'4", 220-pound right-hander who is out of Brandon, South Dakota. So those are the pitching matchups coming up for this evening's contest. Another hot night tonight here at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, and it's time now for our Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau welcoming weather, welcoming you to historic Moeller Field. Currently in Fremont, we have fair skies, 91 degrees, just like we had at this time last night. Humidity is just a little bit less, but still up there at 41%. Winds are out of the north at 8 miles per hour, so a light breeze blowing out toward right field. And our forecast tonight says a chance of showers and thunderstorms likely, and possibly much later on tonight after this ball game is done. We should bottom off at about 67 for a low coming up here tonight. So it'll be another hot evening here this evening, and we'll see if the key for both these pitchers here tonight will be to find the strike zone. That way we don't have another 3-hour and 41-minute ball game like we had last night. But each day's a new day for both these teams, and the Moo are hoping they can get back in the win column coming up here tonight. That is your Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau welcoming weather, welcoming you to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. When we return, we'll bring you our Inspro Insurance pregame show, and we'll hear from Ben Asher, the head coach of the Fremont Moo. That's all coming up after we take a timeout. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Our Inspro Insurance pregame show continues. We chat with Ben Asher, the head coach of the Fremont Moo, as they wrap up their series with the Nebraska Prospects here tonight. Another exciting ball game last night, the longest game that you played so far this year, and it wasn't very clean baseball on either side, and unfortunately you ended up suffering the loss in this one. It's another day, though, another opportunity. You got to bounce back, don't you?
Yeah. Unfortunately, if we go back and look at most of our losses, they're all ugly games. We kick the ball around. We don't make plays when we need to, but especially last night, we couldn't throw strikes, and that just can't be the case. We can't continue to walk 15 guys and expect to win ball games. So I think the beauty about summer ball, though, is guys have to come out and experience that, and it's hard as a coach because you want to win. You want to see them throw strikes, so it's definitely sometimes can be frustrating as well. But I try to remind myself that they're all here for a reason. Every single one of them, they're here to get better. They're here to get experience. And over time, they'll limit their walks. I think each guy last night, I think they had 4 walks across the board. Maybe one guy had a couple more. So that'll continue. The number will continue to go down each guy at a time, and then hopefully we're playing our best baseball at the end.
One other thing is that we've seen out of your squad this year is that there might be times that you're down, but your kids never just camp it in. They continue to work hard, and it can be easy in the summer to just say, all right, I'm going to worry about the next day. But you guys don't do that, do they?
No. Our guys, even last night at one point, we were kind of fought our way back in. Even took the lead, and then they got away from us again. But even in the last inning, they were still fighting, put the winning run put the tying run at the plate. And again, when you're down and you can at least get the winning run to the plate, you feel like your team is in a good spot because they're continuing to find ways on base and make things happen. So I'm proud of them. I hope that continues for us, and I hope today we just play better baseball.
Do you feel playing this prospect squad is making you a better baseball team? They're pretty good.
They hit the ball really well. If you look through their lineup, the top 6 guys are all hitting above 300. The top 3 are hitting above 400. They had one guy who doesn't have as many ABs, but he was hitting 500. So they're going to swing the bat a lot. They're going to put the ball in play, and I love that because for our pitchers, that gives them that experience of high-level hitting. So I do think that we're going to get a lot better playing these guys. It kind of stinks that we play them so much in the second half, but at the end of the day, we'll be better baseball players because of it.
Who throws tonight, Coach?
Tonight, Cole Hupke will be the first one on the bump. He had a rough outing his last one, walked some guys. So hopefully he can find the zone tonight. And then out of the pen, we've got quite a few guys available. Lundquist, Van Hill, even Brody Sintek is available out of the pen tonight. So.
Very good, Coach. Appreciate your time. Good luck this evening.
Thanks, Rich.
That's Ben Asher, head coach of the Fremont Moo. More of the Inspro Insurance pregame show continues after a timeout. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company, LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee, we have some amazing fuel saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent fuel saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer and then a 10-cent fuel saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent fuel saver. That's right, it's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
Getting closer to first pitch at historic Moeller Field in Fremont between the Fremont Moo and the Nebraska Prospects in the final game of this 3-game series. And let's take a look at what happened in the Independence Baseball League last night. The Badlands Big Sticks and the Spearfish Sasquatch split a doubleheader. The Big Sticks won game 1 8-1, while the Sasquatch won the second game 5-1. Also in the league last night, the Casper Spuds, winners over the Oahe Zap by a score of 4-2. Going on tonight, aside from this matchup here at historic Moeller Field, Badlands is at Spearfish and Oahe is at Casper. Here's a look at the overall standings so far this year. Nebraska Prospects and the Sawtooth Sockeyes are ineligible for postseason play as they are travel teams. So right now you've got the Fremont Moo, who is at the top of the league at 17-9. Badlands just a half game back of Fremont at 17-10. Casper 2.5 games behind at 14-11. Spearfish is 5 games back with a record of 12-14. Hastings is sitting 10.5 games behind at 6-19. And Oahe is sitting 12.5 games behind at 6-9. and 23. So that's a look at the standings coming into the action coming up here tonight. The Moo have already claimed the first half of the Independence League baseball schedule, so they're the lone team that's qualified for the championship series. Whoever wins the second half will be the other team that qualifies for the championship series in the first week of August. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for this evening's ball game. Brought to you by your Fremont Hy-Vee. For a lineup that's loaded, shop your Fremont Hy-Vee. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com now and place your order. For the Nebraska Prospects, 16-3 on the season, 2-0 in the second half of the schedule, and they have won 10 straight. Leading off and playing second base is number 8, Trey Mungen. Batting second and playing left field, number 1, Colin Lynham. Batting third and playing third base will be number 32, Cole Kitchens. Batting fourth at first base, number 31, Joel Benish. Batting fifth and playing shortstop is number 25, Nathan Cunningham. Batting sixth and doing the catching is number 24, Britton Bond. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 33, Jackson Meyer. Batting eighth and playing right field is number 30, Jake Williams. And batting ninth and playing center field is number 2, Cade Lynham. For the Prospects, it's Mungen, Lynham, Kitchens, Benish, Cunningham, Bond, Meyer, Williams, Cade Lynham, and on the mound is Charlie Mosser, a 6'1", 200-pound left-handed pitcher. He's at a Hutchinson Community College. He is a sophomore, and his hometown is Lincoln. And so it is Charlie Mosser that is on the mound for the Nebraska Prospects coming up here this evening. Mosser has no record on the year. The ERA is lofty. It's at 13.50 for Charlie Mosser. Now, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the home team. The Fremont Moo, coached by Ben Asher, 17-9 on the season and 0-2 in the Independence League second half. Leading off and playing second base, number 2, Blake Tablazon. Batting second and playing right field is number 24, Josh Blount. Batting third and doing the catching, number 21, Timon Long. Batting fourth and playing shortstop is number 28, Connor Peterson. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 16, Henry Heyman. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 39, Andrew Kirchner. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 31, Neil Jansen. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 9, Jason Clark. And batting ninth and playing left field is number 7, Hunter Palmer. Again, for the Moo, it's Tablazon, Blount, Long, Peterson, Heyman, Kirchner, Jansen, Clark, and Palmer. And on the mound for the Moo tonight will be number 30, Cole Hupke, a 6'4", 220-pound right-hander out of Brandon, South Dakota. And he is still undecided on which college he's going to be attending coming up here in the fall. So Hupke will get another start here tonight and try to shut down the Prospects bats here in the first inning of this contest. And as Coach Asher alluded to, Hupke's probably going to go a couple innings. He'll be used more like you hear in Major League Baseball, like an opener. So he'll go for a couple innings here tonight, and then the Moo will be working out of the bullpen throughout the evening as well. Let's look at our starting lineups tonight, and they're brought to you by your Fremont Hy-Vee. For a lineup that's loaded, shop your Fremont Hy-Vee. Go to HyVeeIslesOnline.com now and place your order. Back with more before we get ready for first pitch from historic Moeller Field in just a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee. We have some amazing fuel saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent fuel saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer and then a 10-cent fuel saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent fuel saver. That's right, it's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
The Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Calling your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9909 or order online at LaHaciendaFremont.com. They cater too.
Getting closer to first pitch between the Fremont Moo and the Nebraska Prospects, the final game of this three-game set. And between the two teams this year, with the win last night, the Nebraska Prospects now own the season series lead over Fremont 3-2, with the final game of the series coming up here tonight. After tomorrow, then the Moo and the Prospects will face each other a total of 6 more times before the season concludes at the final week of July. Promotion-wise, coming up tonight, it's Thirsty Thursday here at Historic Moeller Field, so a lot of drink specials are taking place here tonight, and La Hacienda has margaritas that are on sale here tonight as well, so it could be a fun night. We'll see how things go. Hope everybody will be able to enjoy it, and get your tickets for tomorrow night, because tomorrow night is Fireworks Friday tomorrow night. There'll be fireworks right after the ball game, so make sure you get your tickets online by going to fremontmoo.com/tickets, or you can call 402-660-1217 for more information. Saturday will be our Salute to Service Saturday night when the Zapper in for Game 2 of the series, and then the final game of the series on Sunday at 6:05 will be Sunday Fun Day, where the kids 12 and under get in for free and also get to run the bases. So it's a lot of great stuff taking place here over the next 4 nights at Historic Moeller Field in Fremont. All right, it's time for us now to pause for our national anthem here at Historic Moeller Field, and performing the anthem is Dr. Kate Duncan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in it, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Star-Spangled Banner, the national anthem, performed by Dr. Kate Duncan. First pitch between the Fremont Moo and the Nebraska Prospects is coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Calling your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9909 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
It's time for Fremont Moo Baseball on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, AM and FM, fremontmoo.com/Mixler. Also video streaming live at fremontmoo.com and on YouTube on BSDN Live. Rich Ray along with you here tonight. The Stars of Tomorrow program here this evening at Historic Moeller Field are the Fremont Nighthawks 13 and under group. They were able to play catch with the Moo and get to know them before the ball game and go on out as they were introduced, plus announced that we're playing ball. And so great to have them here this evening. Let's take a look at the defensive arrangement for the Fremont Moo tonight. Down in left field is Hunter Palmer. At center field is Neil Jansen. And in right field is Josh Blount. Over at third base is Henry Heyman. The shortstop is Connor Peterson. At second base is Blake Tablazon. At first base is Andrew Kirchner. Doing the catching is Timon Long. And on the mound is Cole Hupke. Hupke, no record on the season. And he has pitched 5 2/3, and he is making his 4th start. Actually, he's 0-1, I beg your pardon. 0-1 is the record. He's given up 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He has walked 12 and struck out 11, hit 2 batters, and has a 4.94 earned run average. So it is, and one wild pitch for Cole Hupke on the season. So Hupke is getting the start here for the Fremont Moo, and he will face Trey Mungin, who will lead things off. Mungin is playing second base. He's batting .241, no homers, and 7 runs batted in. So Hupke will work out of the stretch and ready for the first pitch of the ball game. And it is going to be at the top of the zone for a called strike, and we are underway. No balls and 1 strike. 7:07 is our first pitch. 91 degrees at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, just like last night. We just don't need a 3-hour and 41-minute ball game like we had last night either. One a little bit quicker would be good. No balls and 1 strike here to Trey Mungin. The pitch from Hupke. And that's fastballs outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Moo wearing their orange tops tonight with the white pants. The Nebraska Prospects have the black tops on with the red lettering and the gray pants. Trey Mungin, Colin Lynham, and Cole Kitchens will begin things for the Prospects. 16-3 and 2-0 in the league's second half. The 1-1. There's a fastball swung on a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Trey Mungin. Our umpires tonight, it's Jeff Kopecki on the bases, and Joe Cassidy is calling the balls and strikes, and they're wearing their black tops this evening. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Trey Mungin. Next pitch, swung on and fouled off to the right side, so the count stays put here at 1-2. So this is game number 8 of the, I beg your pardon, this is game number 9 of the 12-game homestand. They had a 3-game set with the Oahe Zap coming after this one on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we got time here for just a second here. Is Ben Asher's going out to talk to Joe Cassidy. And I think Cole Hupke might have an upset stomach, as he's going to get looked at here by the trainers and get him some water. So hopefully he's feeling okay, but it looked as though that I think his stomach is upset. That's the nicest way I can put it right here. So had a chance to talk to Cole right before the ball game, and he was kind of sitting off to the side and head down between his knees and focus. Most pitchers are like that on game day, trying to focus in on what's going on. And it is a hot day, but it's not the hottest days that we see in the middle of the summer. We do have a little bit of a breeze, but, to some people, the heat definitely affects them more than it does others. So I know the Moo are going to keep an eye here on Cole. As he's trying to catch his breath here before we resume in this at bat. So now he's got the cap back on and he's toeing the rubber. And he'll get ready for a 1-2 pitch here to Trey Mungin. Pitch on the way, and it is in the dirt and bounces to the backstop. So the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I know definitely heat is something that you really got to keep a close eye on. As I mentioned, it affects some people more than others, and especially if some folks are like on medication or things of that nature, the heat can really cause some problems. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and foul back, so the count stays even up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It can't be nerves because Cole's pitching in his 4th game of the year, so he's certainly familiar with the Fremont Moo and the Independence League. Here's the 2-2 pitch now, and that breaking ball got away. So the count goes full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Trey Mungin, the second baseman. Just getting underway here at historic Moeller Field, final game of this 3-game series. Hupke looks in, leans in to get his sign from Time and Long. Now the 3-2 pitch. And it's going to be grounded up the first base side. It is going to be a foul ball. As that was fielded just wide of first base. Andrew Kirchner back playing at first base tonight. So the count stays at 3-2. To begin the ball game, the fielders are straight up. No odd positioning as of yet. Hupke ready again for another 3-2 pitch. And that is going to be just high for ball 4. So Trey Mungin draws a base on balls to begin the ball game. And the Prospects have the leadoff batter on base here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring the left fielder to the plate, number 1, Colin Lynham, out of Wayne State, senior from Springfield, Nebraska. Colin batting .343, no home runs. He's got 12 runs batted in. Mungeon with good speed down at first. Stretch by Hupke and the pitch. And that sails high for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to Colin Lynham. And Cole is going to walk back behind the mound again for just a moment. And now we'll toe the rubber one more time. Takes a look over at Mungeon, taking his lead over in the shade over at first base. The 1-0 pitch now. That's swung on, hit to the right side, and in right field for a base hit. Bouncing ball that ends up through the right side of the diamond. And the first 2 batters are aboard here for the Prospects. Colin Lynham singling to right field. So runners are at first and second with nobody out. That's going to bring to the plate the third baseman, number 32, Cole Kitchens. 6'4", 215. Sophomore from Centerton, Arkansas. Plays his college ball at Crowder College, which is in Arkansas. And Kitchens batting .405 on the year. He's got 1 home run and 10 runs batted in. The Moo looking for an out. Here's the pitch. Kitchens takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. It is 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Cole Kitchens. Trey Mungeon's at second base. Colin Lynham is at first. Hupke ready to go. The next pitch. Swing and a miss. Kitchens chased one high. The count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes on Cole Kitchens. Prospects won on Tuesday night 10-5, and then defeated the Moo last night 12-10. Hupke's 0-2. Swung on and fouled off to the right side. It was a back-and-forth ball game last night that saw the Moo actually have an opportunity to tie the game in the bottom of the 9th inning. Runners were at first and second with 2 down when Tyler Hummel hit a bouncing ball to the hole at short, and Easton Swafford going to his right. Had to throw to third to try to get the force, and Cole Kitchens dropped it at third base, and the Moose scored a run. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball just missed. So the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cole Kitchens. And Cole Hupke continues to stretch out on the mound. Trying to make himself comfortable. 1-2 here on Kitchens. Runners will go. The pitch is going to miss, and the throw on down to third base not in time, and it will end up as a double steal. Mungeon takes third. Lynham follows and takes second. And the count here on Cole Kitchens is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 on Kitchens, the third baseman. Prospects threatening to push a runner across here in the top of the first inning. Cole Hupke, he's set. Now the 2-2. Swung on and slap foul down the right side. So Kitchens made contact to stay alive. The Zap of Oahe out of Pierre, South Dakota, come in tomorrow. And that'll be the second series between the Moo and the Zap this season. Fremont will return the trip going up to Pierre coming up in a couple weeks. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just missed. So the count goes full. It is now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cole Kitchens, the third baseman. Cole Hupke just doesn't look himself here. He's trying to catch his breath and trying to work his way through this top of the first inning. Hupke at the belt. 3-2. Swung on and hit in the air down the right side, foul. So the count will stay full here at 3-2, and Joe Cassidy will get some more baseballs from the Fremont Moo dugout. So the count full here at 3-2. Down at third base, Trey Mungeon. At second base, Colin Lynham. Hupke set. Now he steps off the rubber. Yep, not knowing what's going on, it just doesn't look right. The body language is off, and I just have to think that Cole's not feeling good. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and foul back again. And you can just tell that after every pitch, after every foul ball, Hupke's just got the shoulders just kind of just shrink, and it's a battle through every pitch that he's throwing right now. And I don't know if it's pressure that he's putting on himself, or if, like I said before, I mean, the upset stomach that we saw earlier in the inning. Here's the 3-2. And that one got all the way away from him, and it hits the backstop on the fly. So that's going to bring in a run. And it isn't a walk, officially. Well, it's a walk and a wild pitch together. Makes it a 1-0 ball game. Runners are at the corners. And that's going to bring to the plate now first baseman Joel Benish. Now, in a usual situation like this, you'd probably go on out and you'd get Cole and replace him. But as Coach Asher has said before, this is about development. This is about players having an opportunity to try to do better for their college team or find a college team, which is in Cole's situation. He's still undecided, trying to look for a squad. So, giving him the opportunity to battle through this as he throws a pitch for a strike to Joel Benish. That's why nobody's down in the bullpen warming up right now. Here's the stretch in the 0-1. Check swing, but it's a called strike at the top of the zone. So Hupke gets ahead in here, no balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 the Prospects with the lead here in the top of the first. A walk, a base hit, a double steal, a wild pitch, and a walk. Hupke set. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, so Hupke gets the first out of the ball game, striking out Joel Benish for the first out of the first inning. And now Cole is bent all the way down, back behind the rubber. And now Nathan Cunningham will step to the plate. Cunningham batting .300. First pitch. High and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to Cunningham. Britton Bond would be next. Hupke ready one more time. The 1-0. That one is at the top of the zone for called strike 1. It's count evens here at 1-1 on Nathan Cunningham. The runner at third is Colin Lydham. The runner at first is Cole Kitchens. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Long set and pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right. So the count now 1-2 on Nathan Cunningham, the 5-hole hitter. He's playing shortstop tonight for the Prospects. Hupke getting a sign from Timon Long. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Hupke able to put one right on the outer black. And there are 2 down here at the top of the first inning. So that brings the catcher, Britton Bond, to the plate now.
Let's get loud, Moo fans. I want to hear you.
Britton Bond, 6', 205, out of Council Bluffs, Iowa. Plays ball at Northwest Missouri State. And Hupke, stretching to touch his toes here before he gets ready to deliver another pitch. Bond hitting .258. No homers, 5 runs batted in. Here's a pitch, fastball, and it's high and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 here on Britton Bond. Jackson Meyer would be next. Hupke trying to keep this a 1-run game. The 1-0. Slider, and it's in there for strike 1. This count evens up here. 1-1 on Britton Bond. Colin Lydham remains at third. Cole Kitchens over at first. Hupke's 1-1. Fastball, foul out of play to the right side. And now Hupke's ahead in the count at 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Britton Bond. So let's see if Cole can get out of this here and get in the dugout and get rehydrated. Here's the stretch. The 1-2. Slider that misses down and in for ball 2. This count evens up here. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes on Bond, the catcher. Hupke continues to bend over at the waist. Looks to get a sign from Timon Long, 2 South Dakota natives. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. So Hupke battles his way through it, and he ended up striking out the side. So 3 strikeouts for Hupke, and in the inning for the Prospects, they score 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. We played a half inning with the score. The Nebraska Prospects 1 and the Fremont Moo 0. And we'll be back with more in just a bit. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Now that's what a solid piece of wood sounds like. Look just past that left field wall at Moeller Field, you'll see Christensen Lumber, a solid lumber company for nearly a century. And there goes another ball into the lumber yard. Professional builders know Christensen Lumber is their home run hitter for quality materials. More contractors and woodworkers will tell you Christensen Lumber is the best choice to find quality cuts of lumber. Since 1923, Christensen Lumber. It's where the pros go. 714 South Main, just past the left field wall at Moeller Field.
We go to the bottom of the first at historic Moeller Field. 1-0 the Nebraska Prospects with the lead, and the Moo will send their first three batters to the plate. Blake Tablazon, Josh Blount, and Timon Long. Defensively for the Nebraska Prospects tonight in left field is Colin Lynham. In center field is Cade Lynham. And over at right field is Jake Williams. The third baseman tonight is Cole Kitchens. At shortstop is Nathan Cunningham. At second base, it's Trey Mungin. The first baseman is Joel Benish. Doing the catching is Britton Bond. And on the mound, Charlie Mosser. 6'1", 200 pounds. Sophomore at Hutchinson Community College, and his hometown is Lincoln, Nebraska. Mosser, 4 2/3 innings pitched this year. He is making his fourth appearance. This is his first start. Mosser has no record on the season. He's given up 4 hits, 9 runs, all earned. He struck out 3 and he's walked 9. It is a hefty earned run average at 13.50. So he'll be trying to improve on that, and the Moo will be seeing if they can try to take advantage of some pitches in the zone. Stepping in to start things will be Blake Tablazon, the second baseman. Blake out of Saracoso Community College, hometown Linwood, Washington. The sophomore is batting .250 on the season. He's got 1 home run and 14 runs batted in. Left-handed pitcher to the right-handed batter, and here's the pitch, and it's going to be high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Tablazon. Josh Blount would be next. Little gap in left center field for Tablazon if he's able to turn on one. The 1-0. That's down and in for a ball. And the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 here on Blake Tablazon, the Moo second baseman. Well, we'll see if Cole Hupke will come out for the second inning. You could tell his stomach was upset. And there was no question about it. Here's the 2-0. And that pitch is high and outside for ball 3. It's the count now 3 balls and no strikes on Blake Tablazon. Blake's got good speed. Usually he's at the top of the lineup or in the 9-hole spot. Most usually where your fastest runners are in the lineup. The 3-0. And that caught the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. So the count now 3-1. Yep, it was one of those long, frustrating nights last night for the pitchers and also for head coach Ben Asher, who suffered his first ejection of the season last night. And back at it here tonight. Shake it off and go at it again. The 3-1. That's high and outside for ball 4. So Blake Tablazon draws a leadoff walk, and the Moo have a base runner here in the bottom of the first inning. So it's going to bring to the plate now the right fielder, and number 24, Josh Blount. Blount hit his second home run of the season last night, and he is going to be wrapping up his Fremont Moo career here as he will depart after this game here this evening. He's out of De Pere, Wisconsin, and Josh has been playing at Iowa Central Community College, and this pitch sails all the way behind his head to the backstop on a fly. So that is a wild pitch that will get Tablazon down in the scoring position. So a runner at second with nobody out, and a 1 ball, no strike count here on Josh Blount, batting .228 on the year with 2 home runs and 13 runs batted in. So the Moo have the tying run out in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. Mosser's next pitch. Blount takes a fastball at the knees on the outer half for a strike. So the count is even up here. 1 ball and 1 strike to Josh Blount, the right fielder. And after stepping on the rubber and stepping off, that's the first disengagement of the at-bat for Mosser. Mosser looks out at second base. Here's the 1-1. Blount takes a curveball for a strike. So the count now goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Josh Blount, the right fielder. Outfield straight up in the sun, making it difficult, as it always does, on the left side of the diamond. Here's the 1-2, and Blount scoots away from one inside. The count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Timon Long, the catcher, would be next. I was talking earlier about the battery mates. They're from the Sioux Falls area. Timon Long doing the catching, graduated from Harrisburg High School. On the move is Tablazon, and Blount swings, and he's going to hit this one to first base, and that is going to be a base hit, as it's going to allow Tablazon to score on the play. So Josh Blount with an RBI single, and that ties the score here at 1. So Josh Blount delivers, and that's going to bring to the plate now the catcher, Timon Long. It was a hot shot, one hopper to Joel Benish at first base. He got a glove on it, but that ball had a lot of juice on it. So here's Timon Long stepping in the first pitch. He swings and pops this one up on the right side in foul territory. Benish comes down the right side near the apron and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Long fouls out, and there's one down here in the bottom of the first. So that brings to the plate now the shortstop, number 28, Connor Peterson. Peterson out of Tucson, Arizona. I asked Connor before the ballgame today, I said, Connor, what's the temperature in Tucson? He says, it's a nice mild day today at 110. 110 degrees. Here's the pitch to Peterson. He swings and hits a bouncing ball on the left side in left field for a base hit. So Connor Peterson delivers, and the Moo have two hits here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, we did get some rain earlier today, but boy, we could use a whole bunch more. You can just tell when that ball bounces off the dirt, it just bounces like it's on artificial surface. It really shoots. And this is going to bring Henry Heyman to the plate now. Heyman is batting .235 with a home run and 8 runs batted in. 1-1 tie. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch. Heyman takes a fastball low and inside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Heyman. The Moo gave up a run in the top of the first, but been able to even it up here in the bottom half. Monster checking the base runners. The 1-0. Heyman swings, hits a bouncing ball, foul wide of first base. The count evens up here at 1 ball and 1 strike on Heyman, the third baseman. Thirsty Thursday tonight. If you're still coming on out to the ballpark, come on in, and there are a lot of good drink specials. La Hacienda has margaritas on sale here this evening as well. 1-1 the count here on Heyman. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a bouncing ball towards second. Mungeon will take it, and his only play will be on over to first, and he retires Heyman for out number 2. That advances the base runners to second and third. So Henry Heyman grounds out. And 2 down in the inning now, and that'll bring to the plate first baseman Andrew Kirchner. Kirchner, rough night a couple nights ago. He struck out 5 times. And let's see if he can find his stroke coming into this one right now. A chance to give the Moo the lead if he can deliver a base hit. Kirchner's hitting .130, 1 home run, 3 runs batted in. The pitch down in the dirt, and it got back behind the catcher. Coming home and scoring on the play will be Blount. And the Moo take the lead. It's now 2-1. Wild pitch, bringing Josh Blount in. And then Connor Peterson down to third base. So a 2-1 Fremont lead. Peterson with the lead down at third base, the 1-0. And that's in the dirt. The count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes as Britton Bond is working extra hard back behind home plate right now. 2-0 on the Moo first baseman. Mosser now hands at the chest and the pitch. That's outside and a wild one to the backstop as well. And here comes Peterson, and he will score. So the Moo now lead by a score of 3-1. 3 wild pitches this inning on Charlie Mosser. And so the Moo have a 2-run advantage. 3 balls and no strikes on Kirchner. The pitch down low for ball 4. So Kirchner draws a 2-out walk. And the inning will continue now for the Moo, as it will bring to the plate the center fielder, Neil Jansen. Jansen's batting 190, 1 home run and 8 runs batted in. It was a rough night for Neil last night as well. He struck out 4 times in the ball game. And Neil's got some pop at that bat, and let's see if he can make some solid contact. Here's the pitch. He takes a fastball at the knees for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike to the San Jose Spartan, Neil Jansen. Charlie Mosser looking over at first base. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball high and outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jansen from Cypress, California. Plays at San Jose State. Jason Clark, the designated hitter, would be next. Now I throw on over to first. We'll chase Kirchner back to the bag. Mosser, as we mentioned before, junior college pitcher at Hutchinson Community College. That's produced some pretty good ball players over the years. Former Fremont native Austin Callahan played at Hutchinson. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and hit into the air towards center field. Shading the sun, and now reaching up and making the catch is Cade Lynham for the final out of the inning. Jansen flies out to center field. That's going to do it for the Moo in the bottom of the first. But Fremont gets 3 runs, and they do it on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We played 1 full inning. Fremont Moo lead the Nebraska Prospects 3-1. We're back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Fremont's place to be is the LA Fireproof Door Company. Beer, booze, burgers, and other stuff. Located at 325 North Main Street in downtown Fremont. Stop by and check out their awesome menu. The door is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Plus, the grill is open all hours the door is open. All items on the menu are available for takeout. Call 402-727-8911 to place your order. To see what's happening at the door, follow them on Facebook. That's the LA Fireproof Door Company, downtown Fremont. If you're in need of lawn equipment products or repair, contact the professionals at Extreme Outdoor Power at 805 South Broad Street in Fremont. Bring in your lawn equipment and get a same-day free estimate. Call 402-721-1905 for more information or to set up an appointment. Plus, check out the power equipment accessories Extreme Outdoor Power has available. You'll see why Extreme Outdoor Power is the #1 choice for lawn mowers, competitive pricing, customer care, financing, and free estimates. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to 3. Extreme Outdoor Power, where they don't sell just mowers, they sell lifestyles. Back at historic Moeller Field, Rich Ray along with you on Big Dog Country. We go to the top of the second. The Fremont Moo lead the Nebraska Prospects by the score of 3-1. And it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 batters to the Prospects. Jackson Meyer, Jake Williams, and Cade Lynham facing Cole Hupke. Hupke's coming out to pitch the second inning. And if you're just joining us, Cole began the ball game. And third pitch in the contest, he went back behind the mound and had an upset stomach. And they attended to him, and he battled through that first inning. And as soon as the inning was over, he went on over to the dugout and had an upset stomach again. And he is out here once more. Now there's no activity down in the Moo bullpen, so obviously Coach Asher and the trainer here for the Moo are keeping a close eye on Cole. Here's Jackson Meyer stepping to the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. All said and told, Cole worked through that first inning. He walked a couple, and he also had a wild pitch, but he struck out the side. So Hupke works the second inning of action. The 0-1. And that's inside, and he hits Meyer on the foot. So Jackson Meyer is hit by the pitch, and the leadoff batter is aboard for the second straight inning here for the Prospects. So that'll bring to the plate now right fielder number 30, Jake Williams. Williams last night did some pitching for the Prospects and actually picked up the win in relief. He worked 1 inning after the Prospects took the lead. Or before the Prospects took the lead, I beg your pardon. Here's the pitch, and it's high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Williams. He's batting 167 on the season, no homers, no runs batted in. Out of Arkansas State, hometown is Jonesboro, Arkansas. Hupke is set. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss. The count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Jake Williams. Cade Lynham would be next. See the Stars of tomorrow. Fremont's Nighthawk 13 and unders. They're down in the cow pasture playing catch tonight, having a good time at the ballpark. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jake Williams. Next pitch, swung on a missed for strike 2. So the count 1-2. Also, it's kind of a unique time of the night here. I mean, just past 7:30, but the sun gets right behind the trees, which are behind the concession stand, and it produces a shadow. So for the batter to pick up the baseball, he's going to see that ball come from out of the shadows to home plate. Hupke is set, the 1-2, and it misses down and in for a ball. So the count evens out 2 balls and 2 strikes. So consistency, what we have seen throughout the year is that we have seen shadows at home plate, the left side of the diamond looking into the sun, and absolutely no rain. That's held up any home games at historic Moeller Field. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up left side over by the Moo dugout. That's going to be out of play, as giving chase was Henry Heyman, and it ends up in Section D to our left. As the count stays even up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's a special day today. It is our broadcast intern, Craig McMullen's 23rd birthday today. He's our public address announcer. Omaha West Side grad that is at Northwest Missouri State. And he's got 1 semester left there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch. It's a breaking ball for called strike 3. So Jake Williams strikes out looking, and Cole Hopke's got 4 strikeouts. And there's 1 down here in the top of the 2nd inning. So to bring to the plate, the center fielder, number 2, Cade Lynham. Lynham, a left-handed batter, twin brother of Colin. Hupke is set. The first pitch is high and away for a ball 1-0. I was talking about the battery mates earlier. Timon Long, hometown Sioux Falls, South Dakota, went to high school at Harrisburg, which is just south of Sioux Falls. And Hupke, our pitcher tonight, as this pitch is high and outside. It's 2-0. Hupke's from Brandon, South Dakota. That is also a suburb of Sioux Falls, so these two know each other quite well. 3-1 the Moo with the lead. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch is high, so Hupke falls behind here at 3-0. To the 9-hole hitter, Cade Lynham. Walks for both teams have hurt both teams in this series. Here's the 3-0 pitch. High and outside for ball 4. So another walk. That is the 3rd given up by Hupke. And the Prospects have runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 down here in the top of the 2nd inning. And the visitors from Omaha will go back to the top of the order. Second baseman Trey Mungin comes to the plate. Mungin drew a walk. After a base hit, got to 3rd on a stolen base and scored on a wild pitch. Hupke's first pitch here to Mungin is a little bit high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Trey Mungin. As I mentioned, La Hacienda has their margaritas here tonight, and we want to remind you about their happy hour specials that are Monday through Friday from 2 until, Monday through Thursday from 2 until 5. The 1-0 pitch, curveball, and that's in there for a strike. So the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 3140 East Elk Lane dining only specials. You can buy any size margarita and get a small one for $1. $1 off specialty drinks and 10% off all bar spirits. Part of the happy hour specials at La Hacienda. Here's the 1-1. A fastball sails high, and the count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Trey Mungin. Also, you can get $6 personal La Hacienda fries, $5 personal Nacho Supremes, and $4 elotes, plus $5 fried ice cream, chocolate or vanilla, and $4 sopapillas. 2-1 here on Trey Mungin. Next pitch from Hupke. And Mungin tried to hold up, but goes through the zone. The count evens up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson Myers at 2nd. Cade Lynham is at 1st. 3-1 the Fremont Moo. We're in the top of the 2nd inning. Cole Hupke is set. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another strikeout for Cole Hupke, and that is his 5th of the 10 batters that he has faced. So they're now 2 down in the inning. And stepping to the plate, left fielder Colin Lynham. Colin Lynham is 1 for 1. He singled in the 1st inning and stole a base. So Cole Hupke looking into Timon Long. Now the first pitch. Off-speed breaking ball, and it's in there for a strike. I think that's one of the things that Hupke has had success with tonight. When the fastball has not been there, he's been able to snap off an off-speed breaking pitch, and more times than not has been able to find the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Next pitch. Check swing, not a pitch high. And the count evens. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 here on Colin Lynham. To see a Moo player starting to loosen up down by the bullpen. And we were told that we might see Brody Sintek pitch tonight for the first time this year. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on and foul back. Brody is at the top of the leaderboard in just about every pitching statistical category for the Moo. A Fremont product that is at Wayne State, and he has played a full 3 years of baseball here for the Fremont Moo summer team. The 1-2, and that breaking ball is down low, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count here on Colin Lynham. Jackson Meyer at second. Cade Lynham is at first. 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Upke ready? Here's the pitch. And it missed outside, and the runner from first is going to take off and go, and now Timon Long is going to have the base runners and a rundown. He runs all the way out past the pitcher's mound, and now will come to the left side and throw to third, and the tag will be applied by Henry Heyman on Jackson Meyer for the final out of the inning. So it is Meyer that ends up getting caught stealing. He goes 2-5 for out number 3 to end the inning, and that is going to do it for the Nebraska Prospects in the top of the second. In the inning, there were no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We played an inning and a half. 3-1 in favor of the Fremont Moo. Back in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Tommy's Express Car Wash on East 23rd in Fremont. Have you given the Unlimited Tommy Club a try? Just download the Tommy's Express app, and guess what? When you download it now, you get your first month free. That's the Tommy Club, keeping your car clean every day. Wash as many times as you want each month. The Tommy Club starts at just $24.99 per month. Sign up today at Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont.
When does a moment become life-changing? How can today make the difference for tomorrow? When envisioning what kind of future is possible, the challenges never stop. And neither do we. Methodist, the meaning of care.
We go to the bottom of the second at historic Moeller Field. The Fremont Moo leading the Nebraska Prospects by a score of 3-1 after a shaky first inning and visibly not looking well as far as his health was concerned. Cole Hopke comes out and pitches well in the second inning of play, and looks like maybe his stomach has started to feel a little bit better and works his way through the second. So we'll see if he will continue or if we'll see the Moo go to the bullpen when we get to the third inning. But the Moo swing the bats prior to that here in the bottom of the second inning, and we'll do so with the 8, 9, and 1 batters. It'll be Jason Clark, Hunter Palmer in top of the order, and Blake Tablazon against Charlie Mosser. Mosser in that first inning gave up 3 runs off 2 hits, had 3 wild pitches, and walked a batter. Now it walked 2 batters, I beg your pardon. So here's Clark. Jason out of Victoria, Illinois. The first pitch, and that fastball is hitting the backstop on the fly. 1 ball and no strikes to Clark, the designated hitter. So Mosser trying to settle in and find the strike zone. The 1-0. This pitch is high. We count out 2 balls and no strikes to Jason Clark. Batting 100 on the season. No home runs, 1 run batted in. He's played ball at Knox College. The 2-0. Clark takes a fastball at the knees, in there for a strike. It's now 2-1. Clark, Palmer, and Tablazon for the Moo here in the bottom of the second. Charlie Mosser standing in the shade on the mound. The 2-1. And this one just below the knees, ball 3. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Jason Clark, the designated hitter tonight. Light breeze out of the north. And it's very light. The 3-1. Clark takes a fastball at the knees for strike 2, so he pushes the count full. Here are 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-1, Fremont Moo with the lead. All the runs were scored in the first inning by the 2 teams. Mosser ready, the 3-2 pitch. And Clark takes strike 3 on the outside corner for out number 1. So Mosser battled back, gets a strikeout, and that's his first of the outing. So with one down, it'll bring to the plate now the left fielder for Fremont tonight, number 7, Hunter Palmer. Palmer, 6 foot 170, hometown St. Michael, Minnesota. Just wrapped up his freshman year at South Dakota State. Palmer spent a little time away from the team after getting those wisdom teeth pulled, which we wish that to no one. This pitch is high for a ball. It's 1-0. Yep, he said that, about a week and a half of just kind of just laying around and not eating much and being anxious to get back and play again. Here's the 1-0 now to Palmer. That's high and outside for a ball. It's 2-0. But Hunter's got some athleticism. He was an all-state player in high school. And he, like Ben Swales on the team, I'd like to see those two run a 100-meter dash against each other. It'd be pretty good. They're both quick. 2 balls and no strikes here on Palmer. Next pitch. That sails high. That's the count now. Goes to 3-0 to the 9-hole hitter, Hunter Palmer, for the Fremont Moo. After this game, the Moo will host the Oahe Zap for a 3-game series this weekend. Here's the 3-0. And that's into the dirt into the backstop. And that's ball 4, so Palmer will hustle on down to first base. That is the 3rd walk given up by Charlie Mosser. And the Moo will get back to the top of the order now and bring to the plate second baseman, number 2, Blake Tablazon. Tablazon drew a walk, advanced on a wild pitch, and later would come around and score on Josh Blount's RBI single in the first inning. So runner at first with 1 down, as Mosser will face the top of the lineup for the second time. Here's the pitch, and that's into the dirt into the backstop for a wild pitch. So Hunter Palmer down to second base. That's the 4th wild pitch by Charlie Mosser, and we're in the second inning, and we're going to have a trip to the mound here by the Prospects. And we'll see if there will be a change or if there will be just discussion that will take place. Tomorrow night, come join us at historic Bowler Field. It is Fireworks Friday tomorrow night. You bet. So we're going to see some red, white, and blue. And because the Moo are on the road on the 4th of July, this will be the closest that we have to fireworks on the 4th of July here at historic Bowler Field. Friday night, tomorrow night. Get your tickets early, fremontmoo.com. And come on out and take in the Moo against the Oahe Zap. The mound visit wraps up. And Blake Tablazon will step back in the batter's box here. Hunter Palmer out at second. 1 ball and no strikes on Tablazon. The pitch. High and outside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Do not see any activity in the Prospects bullpen at this point. Now we see a couple players that are going to exit the dugout and make their way down to the bullpen. 2-0, runner goes. It's a ticket for a strike, and that'll be a stolen base for Hunter Palmer. Bond came up with the ball, but such a good jump by Palmer, it was not worth the throw. So Hunter Palmer's down at third. The count 2 balls and 1 strike to the Moo second baseman, Blake Tablazon. Here's the stretch and the 2-1 pitch. Tablazon takes a fastball high and outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count now. Three balls and 1 strike. The Moo leading 3-1. And the next pitch from Mosser is high for a ball 4. So another walk, and that puts Tablazon on base. That's 4 walks here by Charlie Mosser. And runners are now at the corners. And the inning will continue now as right fielder Josh Blount will come to the plate. Blount 1 for 1, an RBI single in the first inning, and later would come home and score on a wild pitch to put the Moo up 2-1 at that point. Moo trying to extend the lead here, leading 3-1 in the bottom of the second. Runners at the corners with 1 out. The pitch to Blount, high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Blount. Timing long, waiting in the on-deck circle. Let's see if Tablazon might think about taking off to get to second here to get in scoring position. Mosser set, and the pitch. In the dirt, Bond, nice block by Britton Bond behind the plate. And the count now, 2 balls and no strikes are on Josh Blount. The Prospects have Players warming up. Here's the 2-0, and that is high for a ball. And the count now, 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 the count. Looks like it's Taden Bell that's getting loose down in the bullpen for the Prospects. The 3-0 in the dirt to the backstop, ball 4, and coming home and scoring on the play will be Hunter Palmer. So it's now a 4-1 Fremont Moo lead. 5th walk given up by Mosser. And the 5th wild pitch. And that's going to be it here for Charlie Mosser. So we're going to have a pitching change. The Moo lead it by a score 4-1 with 1 down in the top of the second inning, runners at first and second. And it's time now for our Moo mid-game interview. Time for the Moo mid-game interview. Devin Fritsch joins us and out of Elkhorn and playing ball at Washburn. And tell us a little bit about how you went from Elkhorn to Washburn.
Well, one thing that I was looking for is a good program, and I knew that Washburn had a good program. The year before, they had made it to the regionals the first time ever. So I wanted to go to a good program, and also I wanted to go to a local school, which being 3 hours away for D2 in Nebraska is really good, because other than that, it's just Wayne State or Sioux Falls, or Augustana, which is pretty close. And then I also looked at their education, and this year they were ranked #1 in the region on one of their polls that they took, and so they had good academics, good athletics, and they also 3 years ago just built a huge indoor facility, which is what I was looking for, to be able to be comfortable in the wintertime and not risk injury in the cold and whatnot.
Awesome. You get to play summer ball here for the Moo, and it's a chance to hone your skills and get a little bit better, and so far so good, right?
Yes, very good. It's a little weird going from turf mound all spring and all winter back to a dirt mound. Especially coming from a dirt mound, it's just weird bouncing back and forth. But yeah, the field has treated me well, and also one thing that's weird is how short the fence is too. So
competition in this league's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it depends on what team you get, but we've played some pretty solid players that will be at my level or better than me.
All about this is growing and developing, and it's going to be interesting to see yourself and some of your teammates in a couple of years kind of where they're at, and you'll be able to look back and go, I remember when we were all trying to develop, right?
Yeah. I didn't really have much outreach because I played with Legion ball for all high school years, and so going to college was something different and very diverse, and coming here is 10 times more diverse because we got guys from both coasts of the country from all different levels, and so I'm happy that I get the outreach, and I know that all these guys are good and that I could reach out to them anytime, and to have that's something cool that I haven't experienced before.
Awesome. What are you studying in school?
Currently, I'm going into business. I just came out of biology, but I'm going into business, and so it'll be something different. I've been biology all throughout my life, and both my parents are scientists, and so it'll be exciting to go into something new.
Outstanding. Devin Fritsch, our Moo mid-game interview. Good luck this season.
Thank you, sir.
All right, back to action as Timon Long steps in now against relief pitcher Cameron Pickens, 6'195", out of Omaha, sophomore at Concordia in Seward. There's the first pitch to Long, and he swings and fouls this one back. No balls and 1 strike, the count on Timon Long. We appreciate Devin Fritsch joining us for the Moo mid-game interview, a 6', 205-pound right-handed pitcher from Elkhorn South, and just wrapped up his freshman year at Washburn University. It is a 4-1 Fremont Moo lead. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Miss Pickens replaces Charlie Mosser. Here's the 0-1 to Long, and that pitch is high for a ball, and the count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to Timon Long. Pickens this year has pitched 23 innings. This is his 6th appearance. He's had 4 starts. He's got a record of 3-1 on the season. He's given up 23 hits, 13 runs, 13 earned. He struck out 16 and walked 7, and the ERA is 3.95. So Pickens has seen plenty of time on the mound for the Prospects this summer. And now the 1-1. And to turn Long away on that fastball that was high and tight. The count 2-1. Tablazon went about halfway down to first base and then had to hold up because he was waiting to see if Pickens was going to pick up that leg and throw or go back to second. And trailing was Josh Blount, and he just about ran down to second base. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Pickens brings it home. Long takes a fastball high. So the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 on Timon Long. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The Fremont Moo lead at 4-1. Charlie Mosser, a rough outing. He won an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits, 5 walks, 1 strikeout, and he walked 5. And he's responsible for the 2 base runners that are on right now as well. Pickens, 3-1 pitch. Long has to bail away from one that's upstairs for ball 4. So the 6th walk given up by Prospects pitchers. And that is going to load up the bases for the Moo. For Fremont shortstop, Connor Peterson. Peterson's 1 for 1. He singled his first time and later would score in a wild pitch. So Peterson's got a chance to really crack this ball game wide open right now. With the Moo leading 4-1 in the bottom of the second, and the bases loaded and 1 out. Peterson got in the hit column last night and has done so again here this evening. Here's the first pitch. Peterson takes a cutter for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to the Moo shortstop. Henry Heyman would be next. A couple frustrating nights for the Moo, unable to get things put together, and they would like to have themselves a nice, comfortable night here tonight. Here's the 0-1. Peterson takes it high and outside for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Connor Peterson. We're in the bottom of the second, and between the 2 starting pitchers, or the 3 pitchers that we've seen so far in the ball game, we've seen a total of 9 walks already. Here's a 1-1. Peterson swings and hits this ball in the air towards center field. Should be deep enough to score Tableson from third. Lynham makes the catch, and he will throw it on a 1-hop to third base. And it's Tableson scoring, and it's a 5-1 Fremont Moo lead. Sacrifice fly by Connor Peterson. So Peterson gets an RBI. Bringing home Blake Tableson. Blount remains at second, and Long is at first. And that'll bring to the plate now the third baseman, number 16, Henry Heyman. Henry 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base his first time. Fremont now leading 5-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch from Pickens, and Heyman takes this one at the top of the zone for a strike. 0-1 to the Melbourne Australian native, Henry Heyman. Pickens leans in to get his sign from Britton Bond. He's set. And now the 0-1 pitch. And that fastball is high. 1-1 the count now on Heyman, the third baseman. If he gets aboard, we'll see Andrew Kirchner next. This is the largest lead at any point in the series for the Moo against the Prospects. Up by 4 here in the bottom of the second, 5-1. Pickens has got the hands near the belt. He'll check the base runner at second. And Blount. And now the 1-1. That breaking ball misses inside. So the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike on Henry Heyman, the third baseman. Blount reached on a walk, as did Long. Here's the stretch by Cameron Pickens. And it's 2-1. Swung on and popped foul to the right side out of play. The count evens up here at 2-2 on Henry Heyman. 1 run, 1 hit for the Prospects. 5 runs, 2 hits for the Moo. Pickens trying to wrap things up in the inning for starter Charlie Mosser. 2-2 pitch. Heyman swings and hits this ball in the air toward left center field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Blount will come around and score. The throw going to third. Here comes Long, and he is going to be out. Does the run score? Yes, it does. The run does score on the play. So it makes it a 6-1 contest, and that'll do it in the inning. So Henry Heyman gets an RBI single, plating Josh Blount, and Timon Long, trying to go from first to third, is going to be thrown out 8-5 for the final out of the inning. In the inning for the Moo, they score 3 runs, and they do so on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We have played 2 from historic Moeller Field. It's a 6-1 Fremont Moo lead. Back with more in a bit. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get the highest attention to detail and decades of experience with landscaping, excavation, and snow removal. The expert team at Indra Mowing and Tree Care has years of professional experience and the vision to make your home or business more inviting. Keep your customers and employees safe from harsh weather with 24-hour emergency snow removal. Call for a free consultation. 402-720-5944. Located at 240 West Jackson Street in Fremont, Indra Mowing and Tree Care is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Keep your property looking sharp with Indra. Two innings complete from historic Moeller Field, where the Fremont Moo lead the Nebraska Prospects by the score of 6-1. 1 run on 1 hit and no errors for the Prospects. For the Moo, 6 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. And Cole Hupke will come out here and get ready for the 3rd inning. So maybe he's started to feel a little bit better after that first inning where he's kind of working with an upset stomach. And that 2nd inning looked a lot sharper as he'll get ready to work here in the 3rd. But the Moo put it up 3 runs in each inning, and Charlie Mosser's night is done for the Prospects. The starter went an inning in the 3rd and gave up 2 hits, 6 runs, all earned. He walked 5, struck out 1, and had 5 wild pitches. So for the Prospects here in the top of the 3rd inning, it will be the 2, 3, and 4 batters, Colin Lynham, Cole Kitchens, and Joel Benish. Now, it might be a 5-run lead, and you might think, okay, the Moo finally are going to get one back here tonight. This is a team, again, for the Prospects that hits the ball well. So when you got a team like that continues to put the bat in the ball, things can definitely change in a hurry. So the Moo have to kind of keep their foot right on top of the Prospects at this time to keep them from getting back into this. So to lead things off will be Colin Lynham, the shortstop. He's 1 for 1. He's got the lone hit for the Prospects. He singled in the 1st inning and stole second base before getting stranded at 3rd. First pitch from Cole Hupke is a little bit high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Colin Lynham. Then we'll see Cole Kitchens and Joel Benish coming up next. Hupke in the stretch position and the next offering. Swung on and a bouncing ball on out to short. Peterson off the second hop will toss it on over to Kirchner, and it's in time for out number 1. So Colin Lynham bounces to shortstop and quickly 1 down here at the top of the 3rd inning. So now to bring to the plate third baseman, number 32, Cole Kitchens. Tonight's action in the Independence League Baseball Association is one of 3 games that are going on. One of the other 2 games is taking place in Spearfish tonight, and the rubber game of that 3-game set between Badlands and the Spearfish Sasquatch. Here's a breaking ball from Hupke, and it's in there for a strike. That contest is in the top of the 4th. Badlands is leading by a score of 3-2. 0-1 pitch from Hupke. Fastball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 2. The count is even up now, no balls and 2 strikes. Oahe and Casper will play coming up this evening. They are delayed to start that ball game. They might be running into lightning again in the mountain range there in Casper. Here's a pitch that's down in the dirt and bounces around. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. We were joking earlier on the 3-game set that the Moo had out in Casper. It rained every single day, but they still were able to play. And when you get up in the mountains in that area, lightning shows they're quite the visual experience. The 1-2, the bouncing ball to the left side. Peterson, back in at the hole. It's short, throws on over to first in time to get Kitchens for out number 2. So a nice play by Connor Peterson going to his right and throwing out Kitchens. And there are 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. So that's going to bring to the plate the first baseman, number 31, Joel Benish. Benish 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the 1st inning. And he's got a home run here in this series. The Moo hit 2 home runs last night, but came up 2 runs short in the ballgame. Pitch to Benish. Fastball high and outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Benish, coming in batting .368 on the season. So Oahe and Casper, they are scheduled to start a little bit later tonight. And Oahe will be making the trip here to Fremont tomorrow. Here's the pitch down low. It's kind of unique how the schedule's fallen this year. It seems like when the Moo host a team on a weekend series, they're coming off a 9-hour trip from Casper, Wyoming. It seems like they play the Spuds right before they play the Moo. 2 balls and no strikes here on Joel Benish. Next pitch. Big swing and a miss at a fastball high in the zone, or high above the zone. And the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the third inning, 6-1. The Fremont Moo with the lead. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So Hupke, he's getting better inning by inning, batter by batter. I would say my diagnosis is that he's feeling better. 2-2 the count to Joel Benish. Next pitch. Swung on, popped up. Just to the right of second base. Tablazon out in the outfield grass underneath of it. And he will make the catch for the final out of the inning. And Cole Hupke is able to retire the Nebraska Prospects in order here in the top of the third. 3 up and 3 down. We're midway through the third inning with a score. The Fremont Moo 6, the Nebraska Prospects 1. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get the highest attention to detail and decades of experience with landscaping, excavation, and snow removal. The expert team at Indra Mowing and Tree Care has years of professional experience and the vision to make your home or business more inviting. Keep your customers and employees safe from harsh weather with 24-hour emergency snow removal. Call for a free consultation. 402-720-5944. Located at 240 West Jackson Street in Fremont, Indra Mowing and Tree Care is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Keep your property looking sharp with Indra.
I've been reading books of old.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field, Fremont, Nebraska. Rich Ray along with you on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, AM and FM. Also on FremontMoo.com on Mixler. Our video streaming live on FremontMoo.com and also on YouTube on BSDN Live with Kelly and Jonathan Johnson on the controls tonight. And some great views. I'm loving the camera from out behind center field right now. It's a good look in at what's taking place at the home plate. And I thank you both for not getting me on the camera at all this season. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. No, you do not need to work on that. Well, all right, we get ready to go to the bottom of the third. Andrew Kirchner will lead things off. Kirchner drew a base on balls in the first inning. He walked on 4 straight from Charlie Mosser. So Kirchner facing Cameron Pickens. First pitch. Catches the outside corner, top of the zone, strike 1. 1 strike to the 6-hole hitter Kirchner, then Jansen and Clark here in the bottom of the third. 0-1 pitch. Kirchner swings, and he smacks this one toward left field, and it drops in there for a base hit. Andrew Kirchner, a leadoff single for the Fremont Moo. So that's the third hit of the ball game for Fremont. As Kirchner delivers.
At the bat for your Moo, number 31, Neil Jansen.
So that's going to bring to the plate now center fielder Neil Jansen. Jansen's 0 for 1. He flew out to center field, which ended the Moo first inning. So Jansen, the right-hander, steps in. And here's the stretch and the first pitch to Jansen. He takes a breaking ball for a strike. It's kind of a unique trend that Kirchner and Jansen have followed here since they have arrived with the Moo here a couple weeks ago. Their very first game, they both hit home runs. And then in their second week, they both struggle at the plate, striking out. And see if they can get the bats going again. The 0-1, breaking ball down low, got underneath Bond, and Kirchner will get on down to second base. And that will go as a wild pitch. That is the 6th wild pitch by Prospects pitchers here tonight. So runner at second. We count 1 ball and 1 strike here on Neil Jansen. Moo lead it by a score of 6-1. Pickens with the set position and the pitch. And it's swung on and foul back. The count now goes to 1-2 on Neil Jansen. Well, earlier this week, the Men's College World Series wrapped up. One of the attractions each year at the Men's College World Series is the trains, the locomotives. Union Pacific, of course, what they've done throughout decades through Omaha. And one of the old-style locomotives went rolling into Omaha for the College World Series. Here's the 1-2 down in the dirt and breaks away for ball 2. It made its way west and came through Fremont this morning. Yep, come rolling through right about just before 11 o'clock this morning, I think. Yep, I was driving over Luther Road, and I saw all these cars that were parked along the side of the street, and I just started waving and say thank you. It was not for me at all whatsoever. Here's the stretch by Pickens. Long look to second. The 2-2. Jansen swings and misses for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. A strikeout for Cameron Pickens. That is his first strikeout of the night. So 1 down, and that'll bring to the plate designated hitter Jason Clark. Jason's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time against Charlie Mosser. So Clark will step in with Andrew Kirchner out in scoring position. 6-1, the Moo lead it. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pickens leans over that knee to get a sign from Britton Bond and straightens up. First pitch to Clark. Takes it down low in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Thursday, a few getaway day games today in Major League Baseball, and there are some taking place yet here tonight. They're at the end of 8 innings in Toronto, where the Blue Jays lead the San Francisco Giants 2-0. Bottom of the 7th inning in New York, the Brewers are leading the Mets 3-2. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch to Clark. He swings and fouls this one now to play down the right side. The count is even at 1-1. Bottom of the 7th inning in St. Louis, the Astros are leading the Cardinals 9-0. Bottom of the 5th inning in Wrigley, the Phillies are leading the Cubs by a score of 3-1. And they are in a rain delay in Denver. The Dodgers and the Rockies are scoreless. 1 ball and 1 strike on Jason Clark. Next pitch on the way. Clark swings, fouls it back to the net. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Finals from earlier today. Pittsburgh, a winner over San Diego, 5-4. Detroit, a winner at Texas, 8-5. The Royals defeated the Guardians today, 4-3 in 10 innings.
Oh, there is it.
Kelly Johnson, you be quiet. I'll get to your Twins in a moment. Here's the 1-2. Clark takes strike 3 at the top of the zone for out number 2. So Jason Clark strikes out looking for the second time this evening. And they're 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. So that'll bring to the plate the left fielder, Hunter Palmer.
Number 7, Hunter Palmer.
Palmer drew a walk his first time, got to second on a wild pitch, stole third, and then scored on a wild pitch. So he did a lot of working with his feet. Kirchner still out at second base with 2 down. And now stepping off the rubber will be Pickens. The Yankees, winners over the Oakland A's 10-4. Tampa Bay defeated Arizona 6-1. The White Sox down the Angels 9-7. And the Marlins over the Red Sox 2-0. Stretch by Pickens. Next pitch. That's high and tight for ball 1. So by process of elimination there, Kelly Johnson, your Twins are off today. Yeah. They didn't play. Can't lose when you don't play.
Don't win either.
That's right. You don't win either. 1 ball and no strikes there on Hunter Palmer. Pickens a long set. Now the pitch. Palmer takes a breaking ball at the bottom of the zone on the inside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. Andrew Kirchner began the inning with a single, got down to second on a wild pitch, but Cameron Pickens has battled back to get 2 straight strikeouts and is trying to get the prospects out of the inning. Fremont leading 6-1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And Palmer hits a bouncing ball to third base where it is going to be gloved cleanly. It tosses across to first, and it's in time to get Palmer. Nice play by Cole Kitchens at third base for the final out of the inning. So that's going to do it for the Fremont Moo here in the 3rd as they strand a leadoff base hit. No runs, 1 hit with no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're through 3 complete with the Fremont Moo lead the Nebraska Prospects 6-1. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services, plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402-727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Keel's Barbershop is a proud sponsor of the Fremont Moo. Established in 1973, Keel's is a men's old-fashioned barbershop with a relaxed atmosphere where you don't need to make an appointment. They do haircuts for all ages. Keel's is located at 88 West 6th Street in downtown Fremont. Call 402-727-9005. Keel's Barbershop, as good as the best, better than the rest.
I've been reading books of old.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. We're through 3 innings. We go to the top of the 4th, and the Fremont Moo are leading the Nebraska Prospects by a score of 6-1. Cole Hupke's night is done on the mound. He battled through an upset stomach and worked his way through 3 innings. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run, which was earned. As far as the control was concerned, he walked a total of 3 batters in the contest. He hit 1, and he ended up striking out 5. And he did have 1 wild pitch. So Cole Hupke works 3 innings, and now he gives way to Caden Van Hill, a 6'3", 210-pound right-hander from Omaha, who is at Iowa Western Community College. So Caden Van Hill takes over now on the mound for Fremont, the second pitcher for the Moo here this evening. Caden's a tall right-hander, and he has pitched 11 innings this season. This is his 6th appearance. He's had 1 start. He has no record on the air. He's given up 13 hits, 10 runs, 4 earned. He struck out 3, and he's struck out 6, and he's walked 3. And his ERA is 2.54. And at the plate is Nathan Cunningham to lead off the top of the 4th. First pitch is a 1-hopper to Heyman. He backhands it at third. Long throw across is high. Kirchner comes down to apply the tag on Cunningham going by for out number 1. So the throw high, but Kirchner was able to bail out the throw. And Cunningham is retired for the first out here in the top of the 4th inning. So 1 down. That'll bring catcher Britton Bond to the plate. Bond is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time. So Bond steps in with 1 out. And here's the first pitch from Hill. Van Hill's pitch is in there for a called strike. Breaking ball. No balls and 1 strike to Britton Bond. Jackson Meyer will be next. Van Hill working the right side of the pitching rubber out of the stretch position. The 0-1. Fastball is a little bit outside. The count evens out 1 ball and 1 strike. Fremont trying to snap a season-long 3-game losing streak. And trying to prevent being swept for the first time this year in a series. There's 1-1. Swung on, bouncing ball through the whole left side. That's a base hit. Britton Bond able to deliver the second hit of the ball game for the Prospects. As he singles through the left side. And a runner at first with 1 down in the inning. So that's going to bring to the plate the designated hitter, number 33, Jackson Meyer. Meyer was hit by a pitch by Cole Hupke back in the 2nd inning. Later got to second, and then was, as he fouls the first pitch back, he was tagged out on a very odd play to end the 2nd inning. As with runners at first and second, there was a pitch that was a walk. Here's the next pitch, and it's outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Actually, it was a 2-2 pitch to Colin Lynham, and there was some confusion by the runner at first, Cade Lynham, who ran towards second base, and then Meyer had to come off the bag, and Tynan Long finally threw to Henry Heyman, who was able to tag out Meyer for the final out of the inning. This pitch misses. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike to Jackson Meyer. Runner at first with 1 down. We're in the top of the 4th. 6-1, the Moo. The 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? Joe Cassidy asked for Jeff Kopecki's help, and Jeff says, yes, he did. So the count evens up. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 on Jackson Meyer. Caden Van Hill, tall right-hander. He's set. And the pitch. And is inside and hits Meyer on the foot. So Meyer is hit by a pitch for the second time tonight. One by each Moo hurler. And that'll give the Prospects runners at first and second with one down in the inning. It was an off-speed breaking ball that just got a little bit too tight inside down around the feet. So Jake Williams will come to the plate now. Williams 0 for 1. He struck out looking against Hupke in the second inning. The Prospects trying to put some pressure back on the Moo here in the top of the fourth. Pitch from Van Hill. It's a fastball which is down low for ball one. 1-0 on the right fielder tonight, Jake Williams. Caden Van Hill is reaching down, getting a little dirt on his hands. I don't see a rosin bag back behind the plate, or back behind the pitcher's rubber. 1-0 the count. Next pitch from Van Hill. A little bit inside with the off-speed pitch, and the count now 2-0. Again, just as hot as it was last night. We started at 91 degrees. Not quite as humid as last night, though, but still, you get the idea. 2-0 the count here on Williams. Next pitch on the way. Fastball swung on a missed. It's now 2-1. Tomorrow night is Fireworks Friday here at historic Moeller Field. We want you to get your tickets early because that's usually one of the more attended ball games for the Friday night action when the Moo take on the Oahe Zap. 2-1 the count. Next pitch. A little bit low, and the count goes to 3-1. You can get your tickets by going to fremontmoo.com/tickets or call 402-660-1217. And we'll see you at the ballpark. Caden Van Hill behind in the count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch. And that's down low for ball 4. So another base runner. With 1 out here, the Prospects have been able to get a base hit, a hit batsman, and then a base on balls to load up the bases. And that's going to bring to the plate the 9-hole hitter, center fielder, Cade Lynham. Lynham drew a base on balls in the second inning. So Caden Van Hill would love a ground ball double play here. Here's the pitch. And Cade Lynham takes it on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Cade Lynham. Top of the order, Trey Mungin would be next. Bases loaded, 1 down. Top of the fourth. Fremont leading 6-1. Next pitch by Van Hill. Off speed, high and outside. Count evens. It's now 1-1. 1-1 to Cade Lynham. 296 batter. Springfield, Nebraska, and Wayne State College product. 1-1 from Van Hill. Fastball is low. The count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So looking ahead on the schedule for the Moo, the Oahe Zap this weekend, then a 2-city 3-game series with the Hastings Sodbusters. Monday and Tuesday at Hastings, and then Wednesday back at home against the Sodbusters. Here's the 2-1. That's outside for ball 3, and now Van Hill running into a little trouble here. After he was able to get the first out comfortably, now the bases are loaded, and he's behind 3 balls and a strike to the 9-hole hitter, Cade Lynham. 3-1. Next pitch, down in the dirt for ball 4, and that will bring across a run. So it makes it now a 6-2 ball game. And Cade Lynham gets an RBI on the base on balls. So that'll bring things back to the top of the order now for the Prospects. In center fielder, Trey Mungin. And a mound visit here as Timon Long will go on out and try to settle in Caden Van Hill. Game times this weekend, Friday and Saturday, will be 7:05 starts, just like we've had all week. And then Sunday, an hour earlier at 6:05. Fireworks tomorrow night. Salute to Service Saturday coming. And on Sunday, it is Family Sunday Fun Day. Ice Cream Sundays on Sunday. Like that. Here's Trey Mungin in the pitch. Mungin swings and pops this one up to the right side, and it's out of play. You count no balls and 1 strike to Mungin. Mungin tonight is 0 for 1. Walked, stole a base, and scored on a wild pitch back in the first inning. And he struck out swinging against starter Cole Hupke in the second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Mungin takes a fastball at the knees for called strike 2. So Caden Van Hill able to jump ahead here of Trey Mungin. No balls and 2 strikes. Lights are on here at historic Moeller Field in Fremont as we're in the top of the fourth. A 6-2 Fremont lead. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball low and away. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Moo trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. The record stands at 17-9, 0-2 in the second half. But the Moo have the first half crown in their back pocket as they know they'll be in the championship series in August. The 1-2 swung on and pulled through the left side. That's a base hit. This will score at least 1 run. The throw from left field from Palmer comes in to a Heyman. It's now 6-3. So like I said before, it's a team that can swing the bat. And even though down by 5 earlier, a little hit here, a little hit there, and all of a sudden you got yourself a ball game, and we do here again. It's now 6-3 in the top of the fourth. The bases remain loaded now as Colin Lynham comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Pitched by Van Hill. Fastball outside corner at the knees, strike 1. Colin Lynham singled in the first and stole a base, and he grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd inning. 2 runs in for the Prospects. It's now a 6-3 Moo lead, the 0-1, and that hits Colin Lynham. So Lynham gets hit by a pitch, and that will bring across another run, and now makes it 6-4. So here we go. It's a 2-run game, and Connor McGonigal out of the dugout. He's going to make a mound visit here. Try to settle down Caden Van Hill. Want to remind you to check out the great happy hour specials at La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant in Fremont. They are here tonight here at historic Moeller Field, and they are serving up their margaritas as well for those 21 and older. And you can take in the happy hour specials at 3140 East Elk Lane Monday through Thursday from 2 until 5. Got great sponsors this year to bring us our broadcast. We say thank you to all of them. The Dodge County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Inspro Insurance, Fremont's Hy-Vee, La Hacienda Mexican Restaurants, Weesey Plumbing, Heating, and Excavating, Christensen Lumber, LA Fireproof Door Company, Extreme Outdoor Power, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Methodist Fremont Health, Indra Mowing and Tree Care, S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse, Keel's Barbershop, Nebraska Lottery, Fremont Electric, Coors Light, Gatchman Heating and Air Conditioning, and Allo Communications. Appreciate them very much for all their support of Fremont Moo baseball throughout this 2023 season. So Connor McGonigal with his chat with Caden Van Hill. There is no activity right now in the Moo bullpen here, so the Moo are hoping that Van Hill can work his way out of this 4th inning. 3 runs have come across for the Prospects. It's now 6-4. And here's Cole Kitchens at the plate. The first pitch is going to be a ground ball, and Connor Peterson never saw it. And it gets into left field. It's going to score 2 runs, and we've got a tie ball game. Peterson kind of got blocked by Trey Mungin, who was in front of him, and never saw the ball being hit to his shortstop position. And Cole Kitchens able to deliver a 2-out single. If Peterson sees that and takes 1 step to his right, he's got a chance to field that and maybe turn a double play. But now it is 6-6 tie here in the top of the 4th, and Joel Benish steps to the plate. Pitch from Van Hill. Off-speed breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Told you the Prospects wouldn't go away, didn't I? No balls and 1 strike on Benish. Next pitch on the way. Fastball. Misses down and in for ball 1. And there was no interference on the play because Mungin, it didn't look like he was just trying to hang out and get in the way of the baseball. That was not the case. He was just in a spot to where Peterson couldn't see it. And the pitch is down low for a ball. It's 2-1. And you could tell when the ball was hit, Connor worked to his left first to look around Mungin, but the ball was hit to his right. And by the time Peterson shifted his body weight to get to his right, he couldn't get to the baseball. It was in the outfield. 2 balls and 1 strike on Benish, and that pitch hits him in the back. So Benish is hit by a pitch, and that is going to load up the bases. And the Prospects are going to bat around here in this 4th inning. Not exactly what the Moo wanted to see develop here. So it's going to bring Nathan Cunningham to the plate for the 2nd time in the inning. He began the inning swinging at the first pitch from Caden Van Hill and bouncing out to Henry Heyman at 3rd. Bases are loaded with one down. Van Hill is set in the pitch. Fastball swung on and hit in the air, right center field. Hit pretty well. Jansen going on over in the gap. He will reach up and slide and make the catch. Runners from second and third will tag on the play, and the Prospects have taken the lead. It's now 7-6. Now there's going to be a sacrifice fly for Nathan Cunningham. The second out of the inning. Plating Colin Lynham. Cole Kitchens advances to third. So runners are at the corners. And it brings up the catcher, Britton Bond. Jansen went a long way and was able to slide on his knees to make that catch. Bond swings, hits a bouncing ball out to Peterson. He's got it, and he will lightly toss it on over to Tablezon to get the force for the final out of the inning. So Britton Bond hits into the inning Indian fielder's choice as Joel Benish is forced out 6-4 for out number 3. But the damage done as the Prospects sent 11 batters to the plate, and they score a total of 6 runs in the inning, doing so on a total of 3 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. We're midway through the 4th with the Nebraska Prospects lead the Fremont Moo 7-6. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Play Powerball and Mega Billions from the Nebraska Lottery. You have a chance to win millions. Not only does the Nebraska Lottery give you a chance at winning it big, the Nebraska Lottery is given back to the state in the tune of $923 million. Play Trucks and Bucks for a chance to win one of 8 blue Ford F-150s. Chances of winning are 1 in 336,000. Powerball drawings occur on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday nights. Other games included a Nebraska Pick 5, Lucky for Life, Pick 3, My Day, and 2x2. Stop by a Nebraska Lottery retailer and pick up a ticket or one of the many scratch-off games that are available. The Nebraska Lottery. Must be 19. Please play responsibly. If you are in need of electrical services in the eastern Nebraska area, contact Fremont Electric Company. They provide free estimates, are competitively priced, and same-day services available. Fremont Electric employs top-quality electricians. In business since 1974, Fremont Electric provides installation and repair services for your industrial property, plus top-of-the-line installations for commercial properties as well, serving Fremont, Blair, and surrounding areas. Fremont Electric is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 24-hour service available. Call 402-727-4932. Fremont Electric. Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. Well, this ball game changed on a dime quickly as the Nebraska Prospects played 6 runs in the top of the 4th inning and have recaptured the lead over the Fremont Moo by the score of 7-6. And the Prospects will bring in a newcomer to the team. This is Taden Bell. Taden Bell is a left-hander, and he'll be seeing his first action of the season here for the Prospects. Cameron Pickens' relief appearance is complete. He went an inning and 2/3, giving up 1 hit, walked 1, struck out 2, and had 1 wild pitch. So the Prospects scored 6 off of Moo reliever Caden Van Hill in the top of the 4th. And here's Tablezon, who has reached twice, both on base on balls. Then he takes a pitch here for ball 1. Tablezon scored both times as well. So 7-6, the Prospects with the lead in the top of the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch. Tablezon swings and misses for strike 1, 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Blake Tablezon. Still a lot of baseball left here. We're in the bottom of the 4th, 7-6 ball game, 1-1. That's one's down low, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 to the Moo leadoff batter. Taden Bell, the 3rd pitcher of the ball game for the Prospects, the 2-1. And Tablezon taps this one foul back behind home plate. The count is now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taden Bell, one of 3 newcomers to the Prospect program here tonight. The 2-2. And that breaking ball is called strike 3 at the top of the zone for out number 1. Tablezon did not think so, but Joe Cassidy did. And it's strikeout number 1 for Taden Bell. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's going to bring to the plate the right fielder, number 24, Josh Blount. Josh is 1 for 1. Had an RBI single in the first and scored on a wild pitch. Drew a walk and scored in the 2nd inning. So Blount will try to get things going with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Bell's first pitch. That's high for ball 1. 1 new strikes to Josh. Timon Long, the catcher, will be next. Prospects have now out-hit the Moo 4-3. The 1-0. And that pitch is high and outside. The count now is 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 here on Blount. Next pitch on the way. Josh takes it high for ball 3. So Blount trying to find a way to get on base with 1 down. 3 balls and no strikes. Next pitch from Bell. That is outside for ball 4. So for the second consecutive plate appearance, Josh Blount draws a base on balls, and he's aboard for the 3rd time tonight.
Does it back for your Moo, number 21.
So the Moo have a runner at first with 1 down, as that'll bring to the plate the catcher, number 21, Timon Long. Long has fouled out wide at first. He has walked and was thrown out trying to advance to 3rd on a base hit. And here's a pitch that's in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count in the 2nd inning. Henry Heyman had an RBI single, which plated Blount, and then Long was trying to get to 3rd, but was thrown out just after Blount crossed home plate. The 0-1. Long swings. It hits this one into the left side through the hole. Base hit. Timon Long singles for the Moo. And Fremont now has 2 base runners on with 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So the inning will continue as shortstop Connor Peterson will come to the plate. Peterson is 1 for 1. He singled and scored. Or he's 1 for 2, I beg your pardon. Singled and scored in the 1st, and had an RBI sacrifice fly in the 2nd. Taden Bell in the set possession. First pitch. Peterson swings and hits this one through the left side for a base hit. Blount had to hold up to make sure it got through, and he will advance to 3rd base on the play. So a couple of back-to-back hits after a walk by Blount, and the Moo now have loaded up the bases here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that is going to bring to the plate Fremont's 3rd baseman, Henry Heyman.
Number 16, Henry Heyman.
Heyman last night had a couple of doubles, and he has an RBI single in this ball game, so the Aussie maybe has that bat starting to warm up a little bit. Here's the pitch, and it's upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. The Prospects leading Fremont 7-6. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now the Moo have out-hit the Prospects 5-4 in the ball game. The 1-0. Heyman swings, a bouncing ball up the 3rd base side. It's going to be a fair ball, and the 3rd baseman will step on the 3rd to get the force, but the run will score. And so that ties the game here at 7. So Henry Heyman gets a RBI and a fielder's choice. Timon Long is forced out 5 unassisted for out number 2, as Josh Blount is able to score in the play, and that now makes it a 7-7 tie.
Number 39, Andrew Kirchner.
And that will bring Andrew Kirchner now to the plate. So Heyman got the job done there. 7-7 tie, bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch to Kirchner. Fastball outside corner at the knees, strike 1. 0-1 to Kirchner. It's Connor Peterson out at 2nd base, and Henry Heyman down at 1st. So Fremont responds to get the ball game tied up. Stretch by Taden Bell, and the 0-1. Kirchner watches this one down go in the dirt, but a good block by Britton Bond. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Kirchner, if he would reach, then Neil Jansen would be next. Prospects got a run in the 1st and 6 in the 4th. The Moo got 3 in the 1st and 2nd, and a run here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch, Kirchner swings. It's a bouncing ball towards 2nd, and Mungeon has it cleanly over to 1st in time, and that will retire the side. So Fremont does get 1 run back to tie up the ball game. And in the inning for the Moo, there was 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. We're through 4. The Prospects and the Moo are tied at 7. Time now for the bathroom break, brought to you by Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. When something messy breaks, remember, your duty is our duty. At Weesey Plumbing, call 721-6908.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger wranglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
It doesn't get better than Allo Communications in Fremont. Allo Communications offers 100% fiber to the home, internet, TV, and phone service options in Fremont. No more buffering, no more lag, just crazy fast internet and crystal clear TV and phone. Sign up now for a service that best fits your needs. Call 402-459-2055 for residential sales and ask about business sales too. Located at 1640 East 29th in Fremont. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Allo Communications. Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, we work our way to the 5th inning, and it's a 7-7 tie between the Fremont Moo and the Nebraska Prospects. As Caden Van Hill will continue his warm-ups here on the mound. Head coach Ben Asher now coming down to chat with home plate umpire Joe Cassidy. As looks like we do have a defensive change. It looks as though that I believe Trey Nichols has gone out to play left field now for the Moo. So Nichols is out in left. Neil Jansen remains in center. And it is Braden Sweet is now in right field. And those are the defensive changes here for Fremont. So once again, defensively, Trey Nichols would be in the 7 spot or the 9 spot in the order as he plays left here in the 5th inning. Here's the first pitch to Jackson Meyer, and he swings and misses for strike 1. The ball's in a strike here to Meyer. So again, Nichols is out in left, and in right is Braden Sweet. Next pitch misses. So it's 0-2. Next pitch on the way. A little bit up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Count. Here on Jackson Meyer. Next offering. It's going to miss outside. It's counting out 2 balls and 2 strikes. On Jackson Meyer. We're in the 5th. 7-7 tie. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Caden Van Hill gets a strikeout. And that is his first strikeout of the ball game. So 1 down. And it's going to bring to the plate the right fielder, number 30, Jake Williams. So we'll have to see when we get to the bottom of the inning what the order looks like batting-wise. But I assume Nichols will be in Palmer's spot in the order. And Sweet then would be in Josh Blount's spot in the order, which would be straight changes. So here's Williams. First pitch from Van Hill. Swung on and hit toward left, and diving is Trey Nichols, but he blocks it to keep it in front of him. And that is going to be a base hit for Jake Williams. So Williams singles to left field. And runner at first with 1 down. As that brings to the plate now the center fielder, number 2, Cade Lynham. Lynham has walked twice, once bringing in a run, and he scored a run of his own. Pitch from Van Hill. Breaking ball down and in for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Cole Hopke started the game, went 3 innings. Van Hill came in to start the 4th, and it was a shaky 4th inning as he faced 11 batters, the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. The count evens up now, 1-1 to Cade Lynham. Top of the order, Trey Mungin is next. Runner at first with 1 down. Now the 1-1. That just missed the outside corner, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 on a Cade Lynham, left-handed batter. Van Hill is set. 2-1 pitch. And that is going to miss inside. It's now 3-1. Baseball history on this day, June 29th. The Leones de Yucatan. They win the Spring Mexican League season back in 2018, topping the Sultanes de Monterrey in 7 games. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count now goes to 3-2. The 7th game was a close affair as Yucatan won 4-3 behind a 2-run homer from Finals MVP Luis Juarez and a solo shot by Sebastian Valle. Chad Godin saved the win for Yohanar Negrin. Mexican League action back in 2018. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Way inside into the backstop. That's ball 4. So Cade Lynham draws a walk. Down to second base goes Jake Williams. And runners are at first and second with 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. So that'll bring to the plate, top of the order, second baseman Trey Mungin. Mungin 1 for 2, singled and scored his last time. He's scored a couple runs tonight. So Van Hill trying to work through the 5th. First pitch, swung on and popped foul to the right side, now to play. More baseball history on the state in 2018, 5 years ago today. The Washington Nationals put on a power display, homering 7 times, and a 17-7 victory over the Phillies. Both Bryce Harper and 19-year-old rookie Juan Soto, they homered twice. The latter adding 2 other hits. Eric Fetty got credit for his first career win. There's a pitch that misses inside. The count evens up here on Mungin. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to Trey Mungin. Nebraska Prospects have runners at first and second with 1 down. 1-1 pitch. Fastball at the knees, called strike 2. So Caden Van Hill jumps ahead of Trey Mungin here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7-7 tie in the top of the 5th inning. Both teams with 5 hits as well. Van Hill now ready, and the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. So Caden Van Hill gets his second strikeout, and there are 2 down here in the 5th inning. So the 2-hole hitter comes to the plate, left fielder Colin Lynham. He's 1 for 2 tonight, had a single in the first inning, was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded to get an RBI, and scored a run as well in the 4th. Van Hill ready. The pitch. It's a fastball low, 1 ball and no strikes. Going back to 2017 in an episode bringing back memories of Moonlight Graham, whose abbreviated major league career took place in 2017, 112 years earlier. The Yankees' Dustin Fowler made his big league debut as the starting right fielder in a game against the Chicago White Sox at U.S. Cellular Field. The 1-0. Inside for a ball. The count now 2 balls and no strikes. The top of the first inning ended with him in the on-deck circle, and in the bottom of the frame, he vainly tries to track down a foul ball hit by Jose Abreu down the right field foul line and crashed into a wall, badly injuring his knee. There's a breaking ball from Van Hill in there for a strike. It's now 2-1. He had to be carted off the field, and his season was over. He got in the game and didn't even get an at-bat, and got hurt, and the season ended. Next pitch, swung on a miss, strike 2. So Van Hill is able to get the count even up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was the Yankees' Dustin Fowler back in 2017. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down, 2 runners on, top of the 5th. Caden Van Hill brings it home. Breaking ball swung on, hit left side, and it's Heyman. He's got it cleanly and throws it behind Tablezon and into right field. And a run's going to score. And it's now 8-7. So an errant throw by Henry Heyman. And the Prospects are back in front, 8-7. Look like the chance there for the Moo to get out of the inning. But the air allows Lyman to reach and get down to third. Williams scores. Now an 8-7 ball game. First pitch to Cole Kitchens. Breaking ball in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Cole Kitchens. This is kind of what this 3-game losing streak has been like for the Moo. Chances to make something happen, and then free bases occur. Here's the 0-1. Kitchens swings and misses. And Van Hill's ahead in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on the Prospect third baseman, Cole Kitchens. Nebraska Prospects back in front, 8-7 here in the top of the 5th inning. Van Hill is set. Now the 0-2. Swung on and fouled off and remains 0-2. On the state in 2014, Jose Altuve smacks 3 hits, and he steals 2 bases in a 6-4 victory against Detroit. Matt Dominguez and Carlos Corporon also contribute 3 hits apiece. Altuve becomes the first big leaguer to swipe more than 1 base in 4 consecutive games since the ill-fated Ray Chapman did it back in 1917. Kelly, did you watch that one in 1917? No? Okay. Neither did I. I didn't have Netflix to bring that in at that time. The 0-2. outside for a ball. It's 1-2, or I guess you could watch it now like Major League Baseball does on Peacock and other streaming services.
I was busy that day.
Kelly says he was busy that day in 1917. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Van Hill's next pitch. Called strike 3. The ball was dropped and the tag is applied, and that will end the inning. So Van Hill strikes out the side here in the 5th, getting Kitchens looking, and that's going to do it for the Prospects. However, they do take the lead. 1 run on 1 hit. There was a costly error, and there were 2 runners left on base. Midway through tonight's ball game, the Nebraska Prospects lead the Fremont Moo 8-7. We're back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Pop open a crisp, cool, refreshing Coors Light. As cold as the Rockies. Mountain cold refreshment. Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. Coors Light. Cold lager below freezing for a lighter, crisper taste. Cold filtered for a bright appearance, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains turn blue on your Coors Light can or bottle, it's as cold as the Rockies. Enjoy a Coors Light today. Must be 21 or over. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Contact the technicians with the G-Force team at Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your heating and AC needs. Whether your unit needs a tune-up or a major replacement, the trusted technicians for Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning will provide fast and reliable service year-round. Plus, with their trusted reputation, they are the technicians that you can trust with your house keys. If your AC is not working properly during the summer months or you need your heater tuned up before winter, call the trusted technicians at Getchman's today, 402-721-6301 in Fremont.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning at historic Moeller Field, and it is a 1-run ball game. The Nebraska Prospects lead the Fremont Moo by the score 8-7 as the visitors out of Omaha get an unearned run in the top of the inning. And so the Moo will try to respond with the 7-8-9 batters, Neil Jansen, Jason Clark, and new left fielder Trey Nichols. Tayden Bell ready to work his 2nd inning of relief. First pitch to Jansen. Fastball top of the zone, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Jansen. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center, and he's struck out swinging. No balls and 1 strike. Next pitch. Jansen takes this one that drops in there for strike 2. So Neal has looked at 2 pitches. He's down, no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 here on Jansen. Bell's next pitch. And it's called strike 3 on the outside corner of the knees for out number 1. So Jansen strikes out for the 2nd time, this time looking. And it's the 2nd strikeout of the ball game by Tayden Bell. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring designated hitter Jason Clark to the plate. Clark has struck out twice, both times looking. Bell now set, and the pitch. Clark swings and hits this one down the right field line, slicing foul. And the count will go to 0-1. Looking at other events on the state Major League Baseball history, going back 10 years to 2013, Chris Davis hits a pair of homers, including his Major League leading 30th to lead the Orioles to an 11-3 win over the Yankees. Davis's 5 runs batted in gave him 79, just 6 shy of his career high for a season. The 0-1. Fastball inside corner, called strike 2. And Clark is down on the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 8-7. The Nebraska Prospects lead it. Here's the 0-2. Clark swings and pops it foul right side out of play. 11 years ago, 2012, R.A. Dickey continues his dominance, pitching 8 shutout innings and striking out 10 and beating the Dodgers 9-0. And the Mets ace on this date in 2012 improved his record to 12-1 on the year. No balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch. Clark swings and pops this one out towards shallow center field. And going out is Cunningham, and he will make the catch for out number 2. That one hit off the hands, and Cunningham had to go quite a ways, but he was able to haul it down for the 2nd out of the inning. So with 2 down, and we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Moo. This is Braden Sweet. Sweet is the right fielder, so he is hitting in Hunter Palmer's spot in the order is Sweet. First pitch to Sweet. He's going to miss for ball 1. It's Braden Sweet. The right fielder came in the 4th. Now batting here in the 5th. So that means Trey Nichols will be at the 2 spot in the order. Here's the 1-0. Sweet takes it high. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. That's what I get for guessing without knowing. 2-0. Next pitch. Sweet hits a bouncing ball over the mound. It's going to be a tough play for Mungeon. Backhands it, throws on the run, and it's just in time to get Sweet for the final out of the inning. So Braden Sweet bounces out, and the Moo are retired in order. 3 up and 3 down here in the 5th. Through 5 full innings of baseball at historic Moeller Field, the Prospects lead the Moo by a score of 8-7. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. It doesn't get better than Allo Communications in Fremont. Allo Communications offers 100% fiber to the home, internet, TV, and phone service options in Fremont. No more buffering, no more lag, just crazy fast internet and crystal clear TV and phone. Sign up now for a service that best fits your needs. Call 402-459-2055 for residential sales and ask about business sales too. Located at 1640 East 29th in Fremont. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Allo Communications.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, we worked our way through 5 innings of tonight's contest, and as we go to the top of the 6th, it's the one-run ball game. The Nebraska Prospects leading Fremont by the score of 8-7. You're listening to Fremont Moo Baseball on Big Dog Country, 98.9 FM, 1340 AM, KHUB, Fremont, Nebraska, AM and FM. Also on FremontMoo.com/Mixler, and our video streaming live on FremontMoo.com, and also on YouTube by BSDN Live. Kelly Johnson and Jonathan Johnson running the video controls for us again here this evening. Appreciate all the help. As we go to the 6th, Caden Van Hill will get ready to work the 6th inning, and he'll be facing the 4, 5, and 6 batters, Joel Benish, Nathan Cunningham, and Britton Bond. They're wrapping up the sprinkler run out on the outfield here this evening. More on the state and baseball history. 11 years ago today in 2012, Aaron Hill hits for the cycle for the 2nd time in 2 weeks. As the Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 9-3, the last player to collect 2 cycles in a season, that was Babe Herman back in 1931. All right, here's Joel Benish, who will lead things off. Benish is 0 for 2. Struck out, popped up, and he was been hit by a pitch. So Caden Van Hill begins the 6th. The first pitch here is outside and low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. The Moo at one point led by a score of 6-1, and the Prospects scored 6 runs in the 4th. Here's a pitch swung on a miss. Count is even up here on Joel Benish at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to the right-handed hitting Benish. Van Hill ready, the 1-1. And that breaking ball misses down and in for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cole Hopke began the ball game, worked 3 innings, and Caden Van Hill is now working his 3rd inning of relief. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Set a pitch in on the hands. Count evens up now to Benish. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hits are even at 5 apiece. The Moo have committed 1 error, and a costly one that have given the Prospects a 1-run lead. 2-2. Slider called, strike 3 on the outside corner at the knees for out number 1. So Caden Van Hill, he's got his 4th strikeout tonight. And 1 down here in the 6th inning. So that's going to bring the shortstop to the plate, number 25, Nathan Cunningham. Cunningham, right-handed batter. First pitch from Van Hill. Cunningham takes it low and away for ball 1. Checking action going on in the Independence Baseball League tonight. In Spearfish, the Sasquatch are trying to take the series from Badlands. Here's the 1-0. And that is going to be at the knees in the outside corner for a strike. It is 1-1. In Spearfish, they're in the bottom of the 6th, and the Sasquatch lead it by a score of 5-3. 1 ball and 1 strike. Van Hill's next pitch. Curveball, inside corner, called strike 2. 1-2 on Nathan Cunningham. And in Casper, they have begun the game between the Zap and Spuds. They're in the top of the 4th, and Oahe is leading by a score of 2-0. The Zap are trying to take the rubber game of that series as well. Here's the 1-2 from Van Hill. Swung on and ripped into left field. That's a base hit. Two-hopper out to Trey Nichols out in left field. Sixth of the ball game for the Nebraska Prospects. A one-out single by Nathan Cunningham. So that'll bring to the plate the catcher, number 24, Britton Bond. Bond is 1 for 3. His hit came in the fourth when he scored a run. That was the big fourth inning for the Prospects, where they scored 6 runs after sending 11 batters to the plate. Pitch from Van Hill, breaking ball. It's a high chopper out to Peterson at short. He'll flip it on over to Tablazon for one. Relay to first in time for the double play. And the Moo get just what they needed there. A ground-out double play. Goes 6-4-3, and Camden Van Hill and the Moo get out of the inning. That'll do it for the Prospects in the sixth. No runs, 1 hit with no errors, and nobody left. Midway through the sixth, it remains at 8-7. Nebraska Prospects lead. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee, we have some amazing Fuel Saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent Fuel Saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer and then a 10-cent Fuel Saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent Fuel Saver. That's right. It's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
Back at historic Moeller Field, well, Caden Van Hill got a pitcher's best friend, a ground ball double play to get out of the top of the 6th inning, and it remains a 1-run lead in favor of the Nebraska Prospects, 8-7. And the Moo will be batting here from the top of the order. Blake Tablazon, Trey Nichols, and Timon Long here in the 6th. And Tayden Bell will get ready to work his 3rd inning of relief. He came on to begin the 4th and now works into the 6th. So here's Tablazon, 0 for 1, walked twice, scored twice. Last time at the plate, he struck out looking, and that was facing Tayden Bell. Tablazon, he's one of those players that can make things happen. Let's see if he can do so here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, and he swings over the top of a breaking ball and misses. No balls and 1 strike. 8 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Prospects. The Moo through 5 innings have accumulated 7 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. The 0-1. Tablazon takes a breaking ball for strike 2. So he's down to the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Blake. Tayden Bell ready. And the 0-2. And Tablazon takes it high. So the count is now 1-2. The Moo will get the Oahe Zap Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Prospects are off until Monday when they travel to Oahe. The 1-2. And Tablazon fouls it off to stay alive. It remains 1-2. We're looking at Major League Baseball action from days gone by. On June 29th, back in 2011, suddenly the New York Mets were scoring at a record pace, even with a topsy-turvy lineup that featured catcher Ronnie Paulino batting cleanup. They pounded the Tigers 16-9 to set a team record with 52 runs over the last 4 games. Paulino and Angel Pagan had 4 hits apiece, and Scott Hairston hit a bases-loaded triple. Utility player Don Kelly ended up getting the final out of the game, the only Tiger hurler not to give up a run in the game. The Bengals hit 5 homers, 2 by Miguel Cabrera, to no avail as this pitch is fouled off to the right side. So I was back in 2011. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Blake Tablazon, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch, Tablazon swings and hits this ball in the air, but it's a little pop-up to short, and Cunningham back on the outfield grass. Makes the catch for out number 1. So Blake Tablazon is the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So that's going to bring to the plate now the Moo left fielder and Trey Nichols. Nichols came on defensively in the 4th inning. So Nichols will have his first at-bat here. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Nichols. Trey trying to find a way to get aboard with 1 out. Next pitch. Fastball low. The count goes to 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes on Nichols. (2-0) on the way. Nichols takes this one down and in for ball 3. So Trey ahead in the count. Bottom of the 6th. The Nebraska Prospects lead the Fremont Moo 8-7. Count 3-0. Next pitch. Nichols swings at 3-0 and misses. So count now 3-1. And Ben Asher kind of give an indication to Nichols saying, hey, at 3-0, that pitch is high. Lay off that thing. 3-1. And that's down low for ball 4. So Nichols does draw a 1-out base on balls. So Nichols is aboard. And that will bring to the plate now for the Moo the catcher, number 21, Timon Long. Long tonight is 1 for 2. He singled his last at-bat. Let's see if Timon can make some good contact here for the 2nd straight time. First pitch, Long takes a breaking ball down and in for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Long. Connor Peterson in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the 6th inning, 8-7. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and this one's popped up. Out by second base. Mungin gives way to Cunningham back behind the bag, and Cunningham will make the catch for out number 2. So Long pops up for the 2nd time tonight, this time in fair territory to Cunningham, and there are 2 down in the inning.
On the bat for your move, number 28, Connor
So that'll bring the shortstop, Connor Peterson, to the plate. Connor tonight is 2 for 3. 2 singles. He scored a run. He's also got an RBI sacrifice fly. First pitch to Peterson. And that is going to miss the outside corner for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 on Connor. Now the next pitch. He swings, and he's going to pop this one foul back and out of play. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 games in progress in Major League Baseball at this time. Top of the 9th inning at Wrigley Field. The Phillies are leading the Cubs 3-1. And the Rockies and the Dodgers, they're still in a rain delay in Denver. Here's a pitch that swung on and popped up on the right side. Shallow right, Mungin going out, gives way, and now coming in from right field, reaching up and making the catch is Jake Williams for the final out of the inning. So, I guess he dropped it, but the base umpire, Jeff Kopecki, says that the ball was dropped on the transfer from the ball to the hand. So Peterson flies out to right, and that's going to do it for the Moo in the 6th. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We played 6 complete. It remains an 8-7 Nebraska Prospects lead. Back with more in a moment. You're listening to Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee, we have some amazing Fuel Saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent Fuel Saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer, and then a 10-cent Fuel Saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent Fuel Saver. That's right, it's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Calling your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9909 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Back at historic Moeller Field, we work our way to the 7th inning. It remains a 8-7 Nebraska Prospects lead. And Caden Van Hill has worked 3 innings of relief, and he's getting ready to work his 4th. And he'll be facing the 7, 8, 9 batters for the Nebraska Prospects: Jackson Meyer, Jake Williams, and Cade Lynham. 8 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Prospects. 7 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Fremont Moo. We're checking Major League Baseball scores from earlier today. Pittsburgh Pirates over the San Diego Padres 5-4. Detroit Tigers down the Texas Rangers 8-5. Kansas City Royals down the Cleveland Guardians in 10 innings 4-3. It was the Yankees over the Athletics 10-4. Tampa Bay over Arizona 6-1. White Sox down the Angels 9-7. The Marlins winners over the Red Sox by a score of 2-0. It was the Blue Jays over the Giants 2-1. The Brewers down the Mets 3-2. And the Astros down the Cardinals 14-0. There's Jackson Meyer leading things off against Caden Van Hill. First pitch, breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. This is Van Hill's longest outing of the season, as he's now into his 4th inning of relief. 0-1 the count. Next pitch, fastball is low and away. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Meyer has been hit by a pitch twice. He's scored 1 run, and he's also struck out swinging. So we're in the top of the 7th and an 8-7 ball game. 1-1. Meyer swings and misses at a breaking ball down low. The count now is 1-2. 1-2 on Jackson Meyer, the designated hitter. Long look in here by Van Hill to get his sign. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Took something off of it and got Meyer out in front. And Caden Van Hill has got his 5th strikeout of the ball game. So 1 down. And that's going to bring to the plate the right fielder, number 30, Jake Williams. Williams tonight is 1 for 2. He struck out looking, walked and scored. And in the 5th inning, he singled and scored. So Van Hill ready to work again. Next pitch. Off speed, swung on, and bounced foul at the third base side. The count goes to no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 here on Jake Williams, the right fielder. And they wait for Trey Nichols to chase down that foul ball down the left edge. Prospects got a run in the 1st, 6 in the 4th, and added the go-ahead run in the 5th inning. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Van Hill looks like he might be beginning to find his groove here. Fremont got 3 in the 1st and 3 in the 2nd. And then got a run back in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 0-2 from Van Hill. Breaking ball, and it's going to be chopped foul. Left side. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Jake Williams, the right fielder. It's going to be another one of these Moo prospect games that come down to the latter innings. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt and bounces away. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Cole Hupke began the ball game and worked through an upset stomach and pitched through 3 innings. And Caden Van Hill is now on his 4th inning of action. 1-2 the count. Next pitch. A little bit inside. Did it hit him? Yep, it did. So Jake Williams gets hit by the pitch. And that is a base runner with 1 out. It's the 2nd hit batsman by Van Hill. So it's going to bring to the plate now center fielder Cade Lynham. Lynham has walked 3 times tonight. Here's the pitch. The runner goes down low and all the way to the backstop. So it's a stolen base for Jake Williams. Here's a statistic that Moo coaches probably do not want to hear. Over the last 2 ball games, the 9-hole hitter for the Nebraska Prospects had 5 plate appearances last night. That was Danny Spongberg, and he walked all 5 times. Tonight, Cade Lynham, the 9-hole hitter, has had 3 plate appearances, and he has walked all 3 times. The 1-0. That is away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. that will have coaches pulling your hair out. Walks are one thing, but then again, walking to the 9-hole hitter in the inning, or in the lineup, the 2-0. And that's off the corner for ball 3, and the Moo are in danger of doing it again here. 3 balls, no strikes on Cade Lynham. Runner at second with 1 down in the top of the 7th. Prospects leading 8-7. Here's the 3-0. Taken all the way at the knees for a called strike. The count now 3-1. Top of the order, Trey Mungin on deck. Van Hill trying to work through this. 3-1 pitch. Outside, and that is ball 4. So the 4th walk for Cade Lynham on the night, and that will put runners at first and second with 1 down. And Ben Asher's out of the dugout here, and let's see if he's going to make a change. Again, this is the longest outing that Van Hill has had this season. And he's battled through it. It was a tough 4th inning, but he's kept the Moo right there. And Ben Asher continues to chat with him, and that's going to do it. So we're going to have a pitching change. New pitcher coming into the ballgame here for Fremont Moo. We'll tell you all about it after a timeout. Runners at first and second with 1 down. Top of the 7th, Prospects lead at 8-7. Back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant, your favorite family-owned restaurant, is offering their Family Taco Pack special. Right now, feed the whole family with 12 tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa for only $33. Be sure to check the back of your Fremont Moo tickets for a Move List discount at La Hacienda. You can get the Family Taco Pack anytime. La Hacienda, 3140 Elk Lane. Call in your Family Taco Pack at 402-721-9999 or order online at lahaciendafremont.com. They cater too.
Gentlemen, here at Weesey Plumbing and Excavating, our customer's duty is our duty.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, you're Fremont's finest, and I want you people-pleasing plunger anglers to remember here at Weesey, we don't stop fighting clogged drains, low water pressure, frozen pipes, until our residential and commercial customers are smiling. Am I making myself clear, you toilet snake and sink suckers?
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
Now, our customers will find us in Fremont, on Facebook, and online at WeeseyPlum.com. Weesey Plumbing and Excavating. Your duty is our duty.
Now that's what a solid piece of wood sounds like. Look just past that left field wall at Moeller Field, you'll see Christensen Lumber, a solid lumber company for nearly a century. And there goes another ball into the lumber yard. Professional builders know Christensen Lumber is their home run hitter for quality materials. More contractors and woodworkers will tell you Christensen Lumber is the best choice to find quality cuts of lumber. Since 1923, Christensen Lumber. It's where the pros go. 714 South Main, just past the left field wall at Moeller Field.
Back at historic Moeller Field, pitching change for Fremont here in the top of the 7th inning as Zane Layton comes into the ballgame now, a 5'10", 175-pound right-hander from Firth, Nebraska, and a freshman at Bellevue University. So it is Layton who takes over for Caden Van Hill. Van Hill went 3 1/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, walked 4, hit 3 batters, and has given up a total thus far of 7 runs and is responsible for the runners here at first and second. So Zane Layton will come on and get ready to face Trey Mungin with runners at first and second and 1 down. Layton has pitched 6 1/3 innings this season for the Moo. And the right-hander brings this pitch home, and it misses inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Mungin. Layton, this is his 3rd appearance. They've all been out of the bullpen. He has no record, but he does have 1 save. He's given up 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, struck out 10 and walked 1. Here's the 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. Count evens up now, 1 ball and 1 strike on Trey Mungin. Layton has hit 1 batter this year. The ERA is 3.31 for Zane Layton for the Fremont Moo. 1-1 pitch. Mungin swings and hits this ball in the air toward left center field. And Jansen goes back. He's underneath it and now makes the catch. The runner from second thought about tagging, but stops as Jansen throws a 1-hopper right to third base. So Mungin flies out to center field, and they're now 2 down here in the 7th inning. So that's going to bring to the plate the left fielder, number 1, Colin Lynham. Colin Lynham is 1 for 3. He's got a single an RBI. He's also scored a run. So Zane Layden trying to get the Moo out of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch, and that hit him. So Colin Lynham hit by a pitch. That is the 5th Prospect batter to get hit by a pitch in the ballgame tonight. And that is going to load up the bases with 2 down. So the inning continues for the third baseman, number 32, Cole Kitchens. Kitchens had a big 2 RBI single in that Prospect 4th inning. Officially on the night, he is 1 for 3. He's also walked. Let's see if Layden can get the Moo out of the inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Cole Kitchens. Joel Benish would be next. 8-7, the Prospects lead it. Bases loaded with 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. The count 0-1. Layden's next pitch. That's a breaking ball all the way to the backstop. And scoring on the play will be Jake Williams. So a wild pitch. That makes it now 9-7. And that's just a pitch that completely got away from Layden as soon as it came out of his hand. So now runners are at second and third. It's a 2-run Prospect lead. The count of 1 ball and 1 strike here on Cole Kitchens. Layden ready, the 1-1. Fastball swung on and hit in the air down the right field side, slicing out of play. That foul ball makes the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 the count on Cole Kitchens, the third baseman. Zane Layden looking into time and long for the sign. He's set. And now the 1-2. Swung on and popped foul to the right side. Do have a little bit of a, I don't know if I want to call it a haze, but a little bit of a light cloud that's right in front of the moon, which is up above us to the right. Or maybe my eyes are blurry, one of the two. It could be both. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and popped foul again, so good battle going on here between Cole Kitchens and Zane Layden. Kelly Johnson just said it might be my cataracts. I have cataracts. Yeah, thank you. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch, outside, ball 2. Count even the 2-2. The Prospects have been able to add a run here in the 7th and lead the Moon 9-7. This is a ball game that saw Fremont up at 1 point, 6-1, and now trail 9-7. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kitchens. Next pitch, swung on, hit in the air down the right field line, and it is going to be a foul ball. Losing the ball in the lights was Braden Sweet. He couldn't find it, and that ball just ended up going foul. Yeah, it's twilight here at historic Moeller Field is tough. If you're an outfielder and you could paint the sky like Bob Ross, well, you'd want happy trees. We know that. But also, you want some cloud cover. That way you can have something behind that baseball to see that image coming toward you.
Happy little accidents.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch, high and inside. The count goes full here to Cole Kitchens at 3-2. Yep, it's been one of those series. I've talked about fireworks. I've talked about Bob Ross. Oh, boy. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, foul off to the right side again. So the battle continues between Kitchens and Zane Layden.
What was it? Bob Ross's energy drink? What is the name of that?
What are you telling me? I'm listening to Kelly talking here. What Bob Ross had an energy drink called Positive Energy. Yeah. Is that right? I did not know. That's great. 3-2. Here on Cole Kitchens. Here's the next pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Kitchens throws a walk, and it's going to load up the bases. And we'll bring to the plate now the first baseman, number 31, Joel Benish. Benish 0 for 3 tonight. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. Oh, we got a pinch hitter. Beg your pardon. This is Caden Young. Caden Young, left-handed batter, now batting. Pitch to Young. He swings, hits a bouncer right back to Zane Layden. He's got it. Flips it on over to first, and it's in time to retire the side. So Young goes after the first pitch here in the 7th and bounces back to Layden, and that'll do it for the Prospects. However, the Prospects score 1 run, and they do so without a hit. There were no errors, and there were 3 runners left on base. Stretch time at historic Moeller Field. The Prospects lead the Moo 9-7. Back in the morning a bit. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Fremont's place to be is the LA Fireproof Door Company. Beer, booze, burgers, and other stuff. Located at 325 North Main Street in downtown Fremont. Stop by and check out their awesome menu. The door is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Plus, the grill is open all hours the door is open. All items on the menu are available for takeout. Call 402-727-8911 to place your order. To see what's happening at the door, follow them on Facebook. That's the LA Fireproof Door Company, downtown Fremont. If you're in need of lawn equipment products or repair, contact the professionals at Extreme Outdoor Power at 805 South Broad Street in Fremont. Bring in your lawn equipment and get a same-day free estimate. Call 402-721-1905 for more information or to set up an appointment. Plus, check out the power equipment accessories Extreme Outdoor Power has available. You'll see why Extreme Outdoor Power is the #1 choice for lawn mowers, competitive pricing, customer care, financing, and free estimates. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 to 3. Extreme Outdoor Power, where they don't sell just mowers, they sell lifestyles. Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont. We work our way to the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Nebraska Prospects will go to the bullpen here and bring in another one of their newcomers here this evening. And coming in now to pitch is number 29, Casey Trapp, T-R-A-P-P.
16, Henry Heyman.
So Casey Trapp is now the pitcher. And Henry Heyman is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. The Moo trail 9-7. Trapp a left-hander. First pitch. Heyman hits a bouncing ball over the mound. Mungeon to his right, ball back in. It throws to first, and it is in time. And he gets Heyman for out number 1. Nice play by Trey Mungeon, ranging to his right. And Heyman is the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So the 1 down, it brings to the plate first baseman Andrew Kirchner. Kirchner tonight has gone 1 for 2. He's walked, singled, and he's grounded out to second. So Trapp gets the first out of the 7th. He winds, and the left-hander brings the first pitch home, and that is low and away for ball 1. So if you're looking at pitchers of record right now, for the Moo, the pitcher of record is Camden Van Hill. And for the Prospects, it is Tayden Bell. 1 ball and no strikes on Kirchner. Pitch from Trapp. Swung on and hit toward center field. Line him over to his right and might have misread it. And now we'll look, and that ball is going to be caught. Is losing it in the lights was Lynham, and he was able to reach out the last moment and hold in for the second out. He had to lunge at it. Kirchner flies out to center field. So there are 2 down, and that brings to the plate for the Moo center fielder number 31, Neil Jansen. Jansen 0 for 3. He has flown out to center, and he struck out twice. Here's the line of the first pitch from Trapp. And Jansen swings, and he pulls this one toward left field. And reaching up and not even have to make a step to either direction is Colin Lynham. And he hauls it in for out number 3. So Jansen flies out to left, and Casey Trapp comes in, and he has himself a 4-pitch inning. And that's going to do it for the Moo in the bottom of the 7th. So we're through a full 7 innings of play. We go to the 8th. The Nebraska Prospects leading 9-7. We're back with more in a moment. You're listening to Fremont Moo Baseball.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Tommy's Express Car Wash on East 23rd in Fremont. Have you given the Unlimited Tommy Club a try? Just download the Tommy's Express app, and guess what? When you download it now, you get your first month free. That's the Tommy Club, keeping your car clean every day. Wash as many times as you want each month. The Tommy Club starts at just $24.99 per month. Sign up today at Tommy's Express Car Wash in Fremont.
When does a moment become life-changing? How can today make the difference for tomorrow? When envisioning what kind of future is possible, the challenges never stop. And neither do we. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Welcome back. We go to the 8th. The Nebraska Prospects leading the Fremont Moo by the score of 9-7. And Zane Layden will get ready for his first full inning of relief. He came in with one down in the 7th inning and worked his way through it. So in the 8th, he'll be facing the 5, 6, and 7 batters for the Prospects: Nathan Cunningham, Britton Bond, and Jackson Meyer. Through 7 innings, the Prospects have 9 runs on 6 hits and no errors. And the Moo, 7 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. As we get late in this ball game, Fremont is in danger of dropping their 4th in a row and getting swept at home in a series. And that hasn't happened in a couple of years. The Moo were not swept at home in any series last year. So here's Nathan Cunningham. Cunningham tonight is 1 for 4. He singled in the 6th inning. And Zane Layden will deliver the first pitch. It's a fastball in there at the knees, called strike. No balls and 1 strike to Cunningham. And Zane Layden, the third pitcher of the ballgame from the Moo. Cole Hupke and Caden Van Hill worked ahead of him. Here's the 0-1. Cunningham takes this one just above the letters, and the count evens up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Cunningham, and time called here is, I believe, Timon Long wants to go on out and chat with Zane Layden. They might have got crossed up there on signs. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night, game 1 of a 3-game series against the Oahe Zap. And that'll be game number 10 of our 12-game homestand for the Fremont Moo before they hit the road Monday and Tuesday to play the Hastings Sodbusters. 2 games on the road on the 3rd and the 4th, and then back at home on the 5th. So after Long and Layden chat, the at-bat continues. The count 1 ball and 1 strike here on Nathan Cunningham. Layden and Long now agreeing on a sign. Here's the 1-1. And that one's in there at the top of the zone for a strike. 1-2 on Cunningham, the shortstop. The Prospects have the weekend off after this one, and they will host they will play at the Oahe Zap next weekend. It just about made the Prospects a team that played at home. They don't do that. The 1-2. Swing and a miss by Layden for strike 3. He got Cunningham off balance and gets the strikeout. So it's the first strikeout of the night for Zane Layden. And there's 1 down here in the 8th inning. So it's going to bring to the plate the catcher, number 24, Britton Bond.
Let's get loud, Moo fans. I want to hear you out there.
Bond is 1 for 4. He singled and scored in the 4th inning. Last time at the plate, he hit into a 6-4-3 ground-out double play, which ended the 6th. First pitch from Layden. Swung on, hit off the hands, a little dribbler. This is going to be a tough play. Heyman charges, picks it up barehanded, throws to first, and got him! What a play by Henry Heyman. Able to charge that ball barehanded and throw down to first base. Good stretch by Kirshner, and got Bond by a whisker at first base.
At the bat for the Prospects, number 33, Jackson Meyer.
It's the best defensive play we've seen tonight. And there are 2 down in the inning. Got to bring the designated hitter Jackson Meyer to the plate now. Meyer 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch twice. He's struck out twice. Pitch by Layden on the outside corner for a strike. So let's see if maybe that defensive play by Heyman maybe sparks the Moo here a little bit. Gives them some energy. As they trail by a score of 9-7 here in the bottom of the 8th, in the top of the 8th inning. Layden's 0-1 pitch. Off speed, high and outside for a ball. It's a 1-1. I wonder if the major leagues, they have video crews that are the peanut gallery. 1-1 to count to Jackson Meyer. Next pitch. Fastball in there for called strike 2. It's 1-2. I know if you listen to Chicago Cubs ball games, their technical producer is always just laughing in the background and, chiming in off mic all the time. Here comes the 1-2. And that just missed outside. So the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Meyer, the designated hitter. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 8th, 9-7. The Nebraska Prospects leading. Zane Layden's 2-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. So the count goes full. That one didn't miss by much. So the count now goes full at 3-2. Jonathan, I'm worried about your dad. He's been out in the heat too much. He needs a pretzel. That's what he needs. Kelly needs a pretzel. Here's the 3-2. And that's all the way to the backstop. That's ball 4. So, a walk. Second walk given up by Layden in his appearance. So a runner aboard with 2 down. And that will now bring to the plate the right fielder, number 30, Jake Williams. Williams singled back in the 5th inning. He has scored 3 times tonight. So we'll see if Layden can regroup here and get the final out of the inning. Pitch to Williams. He swings. It's a ground ball to short. Peterson up with it over to Tablezon at second base to get the force, and that is the final out of the inning. As Williams hits into the in fielder's choice, and Meyer is forced out at second base. That's going to do it for the Prospects in the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. There remains a 9-7 Nebraska Prospects lead, and we're back with more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball.
Find your purpose with work that matters. Methodist is hiring for clinical and non-clinical positions throughout our health system. Join a team that's making a difference and take advantage of a range of benefits like medical, vision and dental, flexible scheduling, and tuition assistance. To find all of our opportunities and apply online, go to bestcare.org/jobs. That's bestcare.org/jobs. Methodist, the meaning of care.
Get the highest attention to detail and decades of experience with landscaping, excavation, and snow removal. The expert team at Indra Mowing and Tree Care has years of professional experience and the vision to make your home or business more inviting. Keep your customers and employees safe from harsh weather with 24-hour emergency snow removal. Call for a free consultation. 402-720-5944. Located at 240 West Jackson Street in Fremont, Indra Mowing and Tree Care is open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Keep your property looking sharp with Indra. Back at historic Moeller Field, we work our way to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Fremont Moo trail the Nebraska Prospects by a score of 9-7. 5th pitcher of the ball game now for the Nebraska Prospects, number 15, Jackson Jelkin, takes over on the mound. So Tayden Bell is the pitcher of record for the Prospects. And look at what he did. He came in, did Bell, in the 4th inning. And ended up pitching 2 innings. Then it was Casey Trapp that worked 2 innings. And now Jackson Jelkin working here in the 7th. Facing Jason Clark. First pitch, swung on a miss, strike 1. 1 strike on Clark. He's 0 for 3. He struck out twice, and he's also popped up to shortstop. Jelkin in the line now in the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Jelkin out of Bellevue, and he originally was with the University of Nebraska. It was the 0-2 pitch. And that's fouled off to the right side. The count stays at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Jelkin looking into Clark. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Clark caught looking. He strikes out for the third time tonight. And one down here in the 8th. So he's going to bring to the plate right fielder and Braden Sweet.
At the bat for your Moo, number 34, Braden Sweet.
With the wind and the first pitch to Sweet. Fastball swung and a missed. It's 0-1. Jelkin's got a very live arm. He's one of the top pitchers out of high school at Bellevue West before he went to Nebraska. 0-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. So the count now 0-2. And Charlie Mosser worked an inning and a third. And Cameron Pickens worked an inning and 2/3 before Taden Bell came on. The 0-2. And that hit Braden Sweet on the foot, I believe. Well, time was called as the ball got away. No, it was a foul ball. I beg your pardon. It got a piece of the bat. The count stays no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 here on Braden Sweet. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and foul back. So the count stays at 0-2. So Taden Bell worked 2 innings. Casey Trapp came on and worked a couple of innings as well. The 0-2. Sweet swings, hits this one down the left field line. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Sweet's around first. He's on his way towards second, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. So Braden Sweet delivers.
Great cut is sponsored by Keels Barbershop. Keels Barbershop located at 88 West 6th Street. Keels as good as the best, better than the rest.
And the Moo have a base runner out in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So that'll bring to the plate the top of the order. And number 2, Blake Tablezon. Tablezon will turn around and hit from the left side with a right-handed pitcher. So a runner at second with 1 out. Tablezon looking for his first hit of the night. Jelkin's first pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Tablezon. Jelkin, as I said, was the highly recruited pitcher out of Bellevue West, went to Nebraska, and just didn't work out when he was with the Huskers there. 0-1 the count. Next pitch. Tablezon swings and misses at one that was up, and now he's down to the count 0-2. Trey Nichols on deck. No balls and 2 strikes on Blake Tablezon. Jackson Jelkin ready to work here with 2 strikes. And the pitch. This is low and away. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tablezon.
We're down by 2 runs. We need some runs. I want to hear ya.
1-2 the count. Out at second base. Braden Sweet after a 1-out double. Jelkin ready. The 1-2 pitch. Tablezon able to pull the hands in and just get a piece of it to foul off to stay alive. Hits are even up in this game at 6 apiece, with the Prospects leading 9-7 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. All 3 newcomers for the Prospects have been all 3 arms that have all pitched in this game tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch. Tablezon swings, hits a bouncing ball to third. Glove cleanly. The throw is across the diamond, and it is in time for out number 2 as Kitchens keeps the base runner Sweden from advancing as well. So Tablezon hit a quick 1-hopper to third base for the second out. And with 2 down, it'll bring to the plate the left fielder, Trey Nichols.
At the bat for your Moo, number 32, Trey
Nichols drew a walk his first time in the 6th inning. So he'll try to keep the inning going here against the hard-throwing Jackson Jelkin. Sweet down at second base with 2 down. Jelkin's got his sign. from Britton Bond, and the first pitch is a slider in there for a strike. 0-1 to Nichols. Time and Long would be next. I'd like to see Nichols get on and have Long have an opportunity at the hard-throwing Jelkin. Here's a stretch in the 0-1. That breaks outside for our ball. The count is even here at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Mosser won an inning in a third. Pickens won an inning in 2/3. Taden Bell worked 2 innings. Casey Trapp worked 2 innings. And now here's Jelkin, the 1-1. That's inside. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 the count. This might be, Caden Young, when he came in the ball game, is now doing the catching. Here's the 2-1. Fastball high for ball 3. It's the count on Trey Nichols. It's 3 balls and a strike. Nichols looks on out to Jelkin, the tall right-hander. He's ready. And the 3-1 pitch. Nichols takes it high for ball 4. So Trey Nichols works his way on base. He's walked twice tonight. And the inning continues now for Moo catcher, Time and Long. So now you got a really interesting matchup here. You got hard-throwing Jackson Jelkin and power hitter Time and Long. And Long will step to the plate. 1 for 3 on the night.
Number 21, Time and Long.
So this is a really good matchup between 2 power players. Braden Sweet's at second. Trey Nichols is at first. Long at the plate with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch from Jelkin. Long takes a fastball for a strike. 0-1 the count on Timon. If he can get aboard, then Connor Peterson would be next. The Moo have been held scoreless since the 4th inning. Jackson Jelkin ready. The 0-1. Long swings and fouls it back. And Jelkin is ahead in the count here at no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Time and Long, the catcher. And Joe Cassidy's going to go out and brush off home plate. It does look like that it's Caden Young who's doing the catching now. Oh, and 2 on Long. Jelkin ready. And the pitch. Slider called strike 3 on the outside corner to end the inning. So Long caught looking, and Jackson Jelkin gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, and the Moos strand 2 base runners here in the 8th. No runs. There was 1 hit with no errors and 2 runners left. We go to the 9th. The Nebraska Prospects leading the Fremont Moo by the score of 9-7. Back in more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services, plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402-727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Keel's Barbershop is a proud sponsor of the Fremont Moo. Established in 1973, Keel's is a men's old-fashioned barbershop with a relaxed atmosphere where you don't need to make an appointment. They do haircuts for all ages. Keel's is located at 88 West 6th Street in downtown Fremont. Call 402-727-9005. Keel's Barbershop, as good as the best, better than the rest. Back at historic Moeller Field in Fremont, we work our way to the 9th where the Nebraska Prospects are leading the Fremont Moo by the score of 9-7.
Last one, Jameson.
And Brandon Lundquist now comes on to pitch for the Moo. 6'1", 185, right-hander out of Omaha, a freshman. He was at the University of Nebraska. And he will take on over here in the 9th inning the fourth pitcher of the ball game for the Fremont Moo. Zane Layden ended up going an inning and 2/3, and he did not give up a hit or a run. Layden ended up walking 2 batters, and he hit 1, and he struck out 1 in his appearance. So it'll be Brandon Lundquist here in the ninth. When we peek ahead to the bottom of the ninth for the Moo, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters, Peterson, Heyman, and Kirchner, and we'll see if they'll be facing Jackson Jelkin, who will be trying to close it out. So Brandon Lundquist concluding his warm-up pitches here in the ninth inning. Yep, so the Moo, they're going to have to get some runs, or they're in danger of being swept for the first time at home in 2 years.
Correction, Brandon Lundquist.
Brandon Lundquist has pitched 11 innings this season. This is his 6th appearance. He's had 1 start. He has a 1-0 record. Lundquist has given up 10 hits, 8 runs, 4 earned, struck out 9, and walked 8. He's hit 6 batters. Lundquist has an ERA of 2.54. So here's Cade Lynham that'll lead things off here in the top of the ninth, and he has walked 4 times tonight. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Prospects battled back from a 6-1 deficit and took the lead, scoring 6 runs in the top of the 4th. The 1-0. Swung on and hit in the air toward left, slicing down the line. It's a foul ball. Trey Nichols giving chase, as was Henry Heyman. And the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So for Lundquist here, the job, get the first out of this inning. And also, for the first time in 2 ball games, the Moo trying to make the 9-hole hitter for the Prospects have an official at-bat. As I mentioned, Spongberg, last night, walked 5 times. Lynham, he has walked 4, the 1-1. Breaking ball, misses. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike on Cade Lynham. The Prospects have used 5 pitchers tonight, as they did last night as well. The Moo are on their 4th. 2-1 on Lynham. Next pitch from Lundquist in the dirt and bounces away. And it's now 3 balls and a strike. Total of 9 walks by Moo pitchers tonight. Here's the 3-1. That ball swung on, hit off the hands, right back to Lundquist. He's got it. He'll flip it on over to Kirchner first in time for out number 1. So Lundquist challenged Lynham in on the hands, and he bounces back to the mound. So 1 down, and that'll bring the Prospects back to the top of the order now with the second baseman, Trey Mungin.
Number 8, Trey Mungin.
Mungin's 1 for 4. He had an RBI single in the Prospects' big 4th inning. We're in the 9th. The Prospects lead at 9-7. Here's the stretch and the first pitch from Lundquist. Slider that misses. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Trey Mungin. Lundquist hands down to the belt in the next pitch. That is in there for a called strike. So the count evens. It's now 1-1. This Nebraska Prospects team traveling to play all their games against Independence League teams and playing really good baseball. The 1-1 swung on a miss. It's 1-2. Coming into tonight on a 10-game winning streak and 16-3 on the season. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Trey Mungin. Next pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did for strike 3. And he will walk out of the batter's circle, and the strikeout becomes official now with 2 down. So Brandon Lundquist gets a strikeout, his first, and there are 2 down here in the 9th. And that'll bring back to the plate now for the Prospects left fielder Colin Lynham. Colin Lynham is 1 for 3, a single, and he got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded in the 4th. Pitch by Lundquist is going to miss down and away, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to Colin Lynham. Lundquist leans over the left leg to get the sign from Timon Long. The 1-0. And that's outside for ball 2. So the count now 2 balls and no strikes on Colin Lynham. If he reaches, then we'll see Cole Kitchens coming up next. Lundquist 2-0. Fastball in at the knees, a called strike. So the count now goes to 2-1. Moo went with Hupke, Van Hill, Layden, and now Lundquist. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that is in at the knees for called strike 2. So the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Colin Lynham. Lundquist trying to finish up the top of the inning. He's ready. Here it comes. Slider missed outside. The count goes full. It was close, but it pulled time and long to his right. And kind of sweeping. Couldn't really stick that pitch. So the count is 3-2. And the next pitch swung on and fouled off to the right. So the count stays full here at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chance of rain in the overnight hours again tonight. We'll see if that affects anything to get the series with the Oahe Zaps started tomorrow. 3-2 here on Colin Lynham. Next pitch breaks away for ball 4. So another walk, and that's a 10th walk by Moo pitchers tonight. So the inning continues as it'll bring to the plate number 32, Cole Kitchens. Kitchens had a 2 RBI single back in the 4th inning. And Lundquist will go back to work. Hands just above the belt in the first pitch. Kitchens swings, and he hits this ball sharply to deep left field. Nichols going on over in the gap, and he will make the catch and left center field for the final out of the inning. So Cole Kitchens hit it strong, but Nichols chased it down, and that'll do it for the Prospects in the top of the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left. Last chance for the Fremont Moo as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Prospects lead it by a score of 9-7. Back in the more in a moment. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. For top-notch trash pickup that is timely and professional, contact the pros at S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse in Fremont. Whether it's residential and commercial trash pickup you need, S2 is there for you. They also provide recycling services plus yard waste disposal. For big projects, contact S2 about roll-offs to get the job done efficiently. Make sure to refer a friend to sign up for S2 services. If your friend mentions your name, you'll get 2 months of free service. It's just another way of saying thank you for choosing S2. Located at 439 North Main Street, call 402-727-6806 to sign up today. S2 Roll-Offs and Refuse. Keel's Barbershop is a proud sponsor of the Fremont Moo. Established in 1973, Keel's is a men's old-fashioned barbershop with a relaxed atmosphere where you don't need to make an appointment. They do haircuts for all ages. Keel's is located at 88 West 6th Street in downtown Fremont. Call 402-727-9005. Keel's Barbershop. As good as the best, better than the rest. Welcome back to historic Moeller Field. Last chance for the Fremont Moo. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Moo are trailing the Nebraska Prospects 9-7. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters, Connor Peterson, Henry Heyman, and Andrew Kirchner against Jackson Jelkin. Jelkin trying to get the save. So here's Peterson, who is 2 for 4 in the night. The line in the first pitch from Jelkin. Peterson swings and fouls this one back to the screen. The count is no balls and 1 strike. 0-1 on Connor Peterson. So the Prospects have got a good mix of guys that can swing the bat and pitchers. A lot of good arms. The 0-1. Peterson way out in front and waves at a breaking ball. And he's down on the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Connor Peterson. Jelkin winds. Now the 0-2. Peterson swings and pulls this one past the third baseman. Kitchens in the left field. That's a base hit. So Connor Peterson has his 3rd hit of the ballgame. A leadoff single for the Moo here in the bottom of the ninth. And that brings the game-tied run to the plate now. And Henry Heyman, we're going to see a pinch runner for the Moo. And this will be Darius Blasingame, who will go run at first base. So Blasingame will be the pinch runner here in the ninth.
Number 1, Darius Blasingame.
And it's going to bring Henry Heyman now to the plate.
And up the bat for your Moo, Number 16, Henry Heyman.
Heyman 1 for 4. He's singled. Also has an RBI. So Jelkin to the belt. First pitch. Heyman swings and chases one high for ball 1. Or I beg your pardon, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Henry Heyman. Andrew Kirchner would be next. Throw on back to first, and Blassingame goes diving back to the bag. The throw got away just a little bit, but not far enough away for Blassingame to advance. So Blassingame has got Jelkin's attention over at first base. The Moo have officially out-hit the Prospects in this ballgame 7-6. No balls and 1 strike on Henry Heyman. Here's the stretch. Another throw on over to Blast and chases Blassingame back as that's scooped out of the dirt by Caden Young. 1 strike here on Heyman. Jelkin, he's set and ready to go. And the pitch. Heyman bends away from 1 high. Count evens up now at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Henry Heyman. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. The Moo trailing 9-7. Here's the stretch. Now the 1-1. Heyman swings at a breaking ball and misses. And he's now down at the count at 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes on Fremont Moo third baseman Henry Heyman. Had an RBI double back in the second inning. He's got 2 runs knocked in tonight. He had 2 doubles last night. Stretched by Jelkin. Now the 1-2. And that one sails high. So the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 9 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Prospects. 7 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Moo. Jelkin a long look in. Next pitch. It's high for ball 3. So the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Henry Heyman. If Heyman can get aboard, then it gets really interesting. So a big pitch coming up right here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jelkin now at the belt. The 3-2. Slider called strike 3 on the outside corner for round number 1. Jelkin catches the corner. His 3rd strikeout. And there's 1 down here in the 9th. Big strikeout right there. And that'll bring to the plate first baseman Andrew Kirchner. Kirchner 1 for 3 tonight. Singled back in the 3rd inning. Blassingame with the lead over at first with 1 down. Jelkin ready. First pitch to Kirchner. Fastball high. It's ball 1. Blassingame is pinch running for Connor Peterson. A little quicker on the base paths, but right now his run doesn't mean much, so no reason to try to get him to try to do anything wild here. Here's the 1-0. Kirchner swings and misses. The count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Andrew Kirchner. Prospects 2 outs away from sweeping the Fremont Moo. Jelkin gets his sign and now gets ready for a 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, bouncing ball right side into right field for a base hit. Darius Blassingame will hold up right there, and so the game-tied runs are on base as Andrew Kirchner gets his 2nd hit of the ball game. So runners are at first and second with 1 down. And it's going to bring to the plate the Moo center fielder, Neil Jansen. Jansen is 0 for 4. He's flown out to center, struck out twice, and he's flown out to left. So the game-winning run is at the plate. Runners at first and second with 1 down. Pitch to Jansen. Checks his swing and a pitch that's low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. After Jansen, it would be, well, we got a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle. That's Jason Willers. 1 ball and no strikes here on Jansen. Here's the pitch. Jansen swings and fouls it back. Count evens up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Jansen. The inning began when Connor Peterson singled. Then after a strikeout of Heyman, Andrew Kirchner singled through the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike on Neil Jansen. The pitch. He swings and misses at a good fastball. And Jansen now down to the count here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on the Moo center fielder. Blassingame is at second. Kirchner's at first. Jackson Jelkin is set. And the pitch. And that is a called strike 3 on the outside corner for out number 2. A cutter that Jansen didn't pull the trigger on. And now the Moo are down to their final out. So that is going to bring to the plate
Jason Willers.
pinch hitter Jason Willers. Willers with a big night last night as he was catching, and he went 4 for 5 at the plate with a home run. So he will step to the plate as the game-winning run with 2 down. Runners at first and second. Willers battling here against Jackson Jelkin. Here's the pitch. Willers tried to check his swing and did. No appeal, and Jeff Kopecki says no swing. The count is 1 ball and no strikes on Willers. If Willers would reach, then Braden Sweet would be next. And Willers calls time here. There's a little bit of dirt in his eye, and that'll allow Joe Cassidy time to brush off home plate. So the count on Jason Willers is 1 ball and no strikes. Blassingame is at second, and Kirchner's at first. Willers with big home run power. Here's the pitch. That is outside for a ball. The count now goes to 2-0 on Willers. Out of Davenport, Iowa, Morningside University product. Again, last night went 4 for 5 and was a triple shy of the cycle last night. He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Jelkin's pitch. Willers, big swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitch just above the hands. Willers could not time it up. Again, Jackson Jelkin with a big-time right arm. Runs that ball up there around 90. 2-1 on Willers. Next pitch. That's high, ball 3. The count even up. The count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike here on Jason Willers. And Jackson Jelkin now will walk behind the rubber just for a moment, and now we'll toe the slab. Willers trying to find a way to get on base. Here's the stretch. And the 3-1. Willers swings and fouls it out of play, and now the Moo are down to their final strike. It's the count full here on Willers. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and with 2 down, Blassingame at second and Kirchner at first will be off as soon as Jackson Jelkin brings the pitch home. So who wins the battle here? Willers versus Jelkin. Signs are being given, and Jelkin is now ready. 3-2. Here it comes. Willers swings and pops it foul. Out of play. The count stays full here at 3-2. As Willers continues to make Jelkin work. Ben Asher is now over chatting with one of the assistant coaches, Hilton Merriman, for the Fremont Moo. Count remains full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Willers. The runners will be off again. Jelkin's got his sign, and now he's got the hands of the belt and ready to go. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Willers swings and misses for strike 3, and that's the ballgame. So Jackson Jelkin is able to get the strikeout. He ends up with 5 at his outing, and he gets the save. And the Nebraska Prospects have come to Fremont this week and have swept the Fremont Moo as they take the 3rd and final game of the series, winning this one by the final score of 9-7. In the inning for Fremont, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Once again, the final score, the Nebraska Prospects 9 and the Fremont Moo 7. Stand by. The post-game report is coming up next. This is Fremont Moo Baseball. Play Powerball and Mega Billions from the Nebraska Lottery. You have a chance to win millions. Not only does the Nebraska Lottery give you a chance at winning it big, the Nebraska Lottery is given back to the state in the tune of $923 million. Play Trucks and Bucks for a chance to win one of 8 blue Ford F-150s. Chances of winning are 1 in 336,000. Powerball drawings occur on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday nights. Other games included a Nebraska Pick 5, Lucky for Life, Pick 3, My Day, and 2x2. Stop by a Nebraska Lottery retailer and pick up a ticket or one of the many scratch-off games that are available. The Nebraska Lottery. Must be 19. Please play responsibly. If you are in need of electrical services in the eastern Nebraska area, contact Fremont Electric Company. They provide free estimates, are competitively priced, and same-day services available. Fremont Electric employs top-quality electricians. In business since 1974, Fremont Electric provides installation and repair services for your industrial property, plus top-of-the-line installations for commercial properties as well, serving Fremont, Blair, and surrounding areas. Fremont Electric is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 24-hour service available. Call 402-727-4932. Fremont Electric. Pop open a crisp, cool, refreshing Coors Light. As cold as the Rockies. Mountain cold refreshment. Cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. Coors Light. Cold lager below freezing for a lighter, crisper taste. Cold filtered for a bright appearance, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. When the mountains turn blue on your Coors Light can or bottle, it's as cold as the Rockies. Enjoy a Coors Light today. Must be 21 or over. 2023 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Contact the technicians with the G-Force team at Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your heating and AC needs. Whether your unit needs a tune-up or a major replacement, the trusted technicians for Getchman's Heating and Air Conditioning will provide fast and reliable service year-round. Plus, with their trusted reputation, they are the technicians that you can trust with your house keys. If your AC is not working properly during the summer months or you need your heater tuned up before winter, call the trusted technicians at Getchman's today, 402-721-6301 in Fremont.
It doesn't get better than Allo Communications in Fremont. Allo Communications offers 100% fiber to the home, internet, TV, and phone service options in Fremont. No more buffering, no more lag, just crazy fast internet and crystal clear TV and phone. Sign up now for a service that best fits your needs. Call 402-459-2055 for residential sales and ask about business sales too. Located at 1640 East 29th in Fremont. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Allo Communications.
Welcome to Fremont and Dodge County, where we invite you to play, shop, stay, and eat. Dodge County is where your next outdoor adventure is at your fingertips. Fremont and Dodge County have many hotels, campgrounds, and RV parks to suit any needs. Come explore the hidden treasures scattered throughout these vibrant, small town and sleepy rural villages that harmonize with nearby urban opportunities.
Wouldn't it be great if you could have your insurance for auto, home, business, farm, life, and retirement in just one agency? That's what Inspro, a Marsh McLennan Agency Company LLC, is for. They can help protect what's important to you. With Inspro, your future is limitless. Visit Inspro in Fremont or call them at 402-721-9707. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Hey, Hy-Vee shoppers, this Thursday and Friday right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee, we have some amazing fuel saver specials. Stop by on Thursday for our one-day sale. With every $60 purchase, you will earn a 40-cent fuel saver. And swing by on Friday. It's Thirsty Friday, folks, right here in Wine and Spirits. You'll earn a penny per can on all of our beer and then a 10-cent fuel saver on any 750 milliliter or larger size of spirits and wine. So that means if you buy a 30-pack of Busch Light, you get a 30-cent fuel saver. That's right, it's Thirsty Friday, just in time for the 4th, right here at your Fremont Hy-Vee.
I've been reading books of old.
Welcome back to historic Moeller Field in Fremont, where the Nebraska Prospects have won their 11th straight ball game, as they have completed a 3-game sweep of the Fremont Moo, winning this one here tonight by the final score of 9-7. And for the first time in 2 years, the Fremont Moo suffer a series loss at home, and they now have a season-long 4-game losing skid. 9-7, the final score in this one. The Prospects had a total of 9 runs off 6 hits, do not commit an error, and strand a total of 12 base runners. Fremont Moo, 7 runs on a total of 8 hits. Fremont, again, 7 runs on 8 hits. Commit 1 error. And strand a total of 10 base runners in the ball game. 9-7 is the final. The Prospects starting pitcher Charlie Mosser worked an inning and a third. He gave up 2 hits, 6 runs, all earned, walked 5, struck out 1, and hit and had 5 wild pitches. Cameron Pickens came in, worked an inning and 2/3, giving up 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 2, and had a wild pitch. Tayden Bell, he pitched 2 innings. He picked up the win. He's 1-0 in his debut this season for the Prospects. He worked 2 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, and he struck out 1. Casey Trapp came in, pitched 2 innings, and he had 1 walk. And Jackson Jelkin came in and pitched 2 innings and picked up the save, giving up 3 hits, walked 1, and he struck out 5. For the Moo, starting pitcher was Cole Hopke. He worked 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, which was earned, walked 3, struck out 5, had a wild pitch, and hit 1 batter. Caden Van Hill had his longest outing of the year. He worked 3 1/3 innings. He suffers the loss. He's 0-1. He gave up 5 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, walked 5, walked 4, struck out 5, and hit 3 batters. Zane Layton pitched an inning and 2/3. He walked 2, struck out 1, and hit 1 batter. And Brandon Lundquist worked 1 inning and walked 1 and struck out 1. The Prospects got on the board in the top of the first when Trey Mungin led off with a walk. Colin Lynham followed up with a single. Then a double steal put runners at second and third before Cole Kitchens drew a walk to load at the bases. But a wild pitch would bring Trey Mungin across to make it a 1-0 Prospect lead. The Moo would get on the board in the bottom of the first when Blake Tablezon drew a walk and got to second on a wild pitch. Josh Blount delivered an RBI single to bring in Tablezon to tie the ball game. And then a single by Connor Peterson put runners at the corners, and Blount would come home and score on a wild pitch. And then later on, Peterson would do the same. And the Moo led it by a score of 3-1 after the end of the first. Fremont extended the lead in the second inning with 1 down. Hunter Palmer drew a walk, got to second on a wild pitch, and stole third, and then would score on a wild pitch. Blake Tablezon and Josh Blount drew walks. That chase starter Charlie Mosser as Cameron Pickens came in the ball game. He walked Timon Long, and then Connor Peterson delivered a sacrifice fly to center, scoring Tablezon. Henry Heyman had an RBI single, which brought home Blount. And after Blount just scored at the plate, the throw went to third, and Long was thrown out trying to advance from first to third for the final out of the inning. The Moo led it by a score of 6-1 at the end of 2 innings of play. The Prospects and the Moo both held scoreless in the third, and then the Prospects put together a huge 4th inning, facing Caden Van Hill, who came in to begin the 4th with 1 down. Britton Mons singled. Jackson Meyer was hit by a pitch. Jake Williams drew a walk. Cade Lynham drew a bases-loaded walk. Trey Mungin had an RBI single. Colin Lynham got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Cole Kitchens had a 2 RBI single. And then Joel Benish was hit by a pitch. And the inning ended when Nathan Cunningham had a sacrifice fly and then a fielder's choice. Wrapped up the 4th inning with 11 batters going to the plate and 6 runs coming across. And the Prospects led it by a score of 7-6 going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Moo would tie it up in the bottom of the 4th with 1 down. Josh Blount drew a walk, and then Timon Long singled. Connor Peterson would do the same, and then Henry Heyman head into an RBI fielder's choice to bring in Blount to make it a 7-7 ball game. That's as much as the Moo would be able to muster, as the Prospects would score in the top of the 5th with 1 down. Jake Williams singled. Cade Lynham drew a walk, and then a costly error advanced Lynham to second, and a run would score. And that put the Prospects up by a score of 8-7. The Prospects would get 1 more in the top of the 7th inning with 1 down. Jake Williams was hit by a pitch, stole second, and got to third on a wild pitch. Cade Lynham drew a walk. And then Zane Layton came on, got a fly out from Trey Mungin to center field. Then Colin Lynham was hit by a pitch, and a walk to Cole Kitchens, and a wild pitch brought in a run to make it a 9-7 ball game. The Moo made it interesting in the bottom of the 9th against Jackson Jelkin, as Connor Peterson delivered a base hit, his 3rd of the ball game. And after Jelkin got Henry Heyman striking out looking, Andrew Kirchner singled through the right side to put runners at first and second with 1 out in the inning. But Jackson Jelkin buckled down, and he was able to strike out Neil Jansen looking, and got pinch hitter Jason Willers swinging at a 3-2 pitch to end the ball game, and the final tally ends up 9-7 in favor of the Prospects. Prospects, Trey Mungin goes 1 for 5. He had an RBI. Colin Lynham was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Cole Kitchens 1 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Nathan Cunningham goes 1 for 5 with a run batted in. And Cade Lynham, he was 0 for 1 with an RBI, and he walked 4 times out of that 9-hole spot in the order. For the Moo, Josh Blount went 1 for 1 with an RBI in his final game. It was Connor Peterson going 3 for 5 with an RBI. Henry Heyman was 1 for 5, and he knocked in 2. And Andrew Kirchner went 2 for 4 in the ball game. But the final tally, 9-7 in favor of the Nebraska Prospects, who have won 11 in a row. The Prospects improved to 17-3 on the season, and now 3-0 in the second half of the Independence League as a non-qualifying travel team. The Fremont Moo, they have dropped their 4th in a row. That's a season low, as they are now 17-10 on the year and 0-3 in the second half. Let's announce our Goodwood Award. It's presented by Christensen Lumber, 100 years strong in left field, just beyond left field on South Main Street in Fremont. That's Christensen Lumber. The award tonight goes to Moo cleanup batter shortstop Connor Peterson, going 3 for 5 at the plate with 3 singles and an RBI. Connor Peterson is recognized with the Goodwood Award here this evening. Let's check the Independence Baseball League tonight and see how other games have been going on this evening. In Spearfish, Badlands has battled back, and the Big Sticks are in front now of Spearfish in the bottom of the ninth by a score of 8-5. Badlands trying to get the rubber game of that series. And in Casper, the Spuds are trying to take the series from Oahe, and they lead it by a score of 7-2 in the 8th inning. Here tonight, it was 9-7 in favor of the Nebraska Prospects over the Fremont Moo. Checking action for Major League Baseball. One game still in progress. After a lengthy rain delay in Denver, they're in the bottom of the third where the Dodgers lead the Rockies 2-1. Everything else from today is a final. The Pirates defeated the Padres 5-4. Tigers over the Rangers 8-5. The Royals outlasted the Guardians in 10 innings at Kauffman Stadium 4-3. The Yankees down the Athletics 10-4. Tampa Bay over Arizona 6-1. It was the White Sox over the Angels 9-7. Miami defeats Boston 2-0. The Blue Jays over the Giants 2-1. It was the Brewers over the Mets 3-2. The Astros shut out the Cardinals in St. Louis 14-0. And it was the Phillies over the Cubs by the final score of 3-1. Final tally here from historic Moeller Field in Fremont. The Nebraska Prospects 9 and the Fremont Moo 7. So the Prospects are off until Monday when they will travel to Pierre to take on the Oahe Zap in a 3-game series. The Fremont Moo, they are back in action tomorrow, and they will play the final 3 games of this 12-game homestand, opening up against the Oahe Zap. First pitch tomorrow night is at 7:05, and you can catch all the action right here on Big Dog Country, FremontMoo.com, and BSDN Live on YouTube with our coverage getting underway at 6:45, and it's also Fireworks Friday coming up tomorrow night as well. Thanks to our sponsors who made everything possible for us here this evening. Thanks to you, the listener, and for our help from our video crew tonight, Kelly Johnson and Jonathan Johnson. Great job with the video production here tonight as well. I'm Rich Ray, where the final score of this one here tonight was the Nebraska Prospects 9 and the Fremont Moo 7. Until tomorrow night, this is Rich Ray saying good evening and so long from historic Moeller Field in Fremont, Nebraska.
The preceding broadcast has been a presentation of Fremont Moo Baseball.